what's up, guys? How's it going? Live card shop. All right. Let's post this in here. New Dragon Ball Z Manga 2 series. I'm going to remove the Z. I don't think the Z is needed. New Dragon Ball Manga 2 series. Let's say Manga 2. Let's make it a little shorter there. New Dragon Ball Manga 2. Hot Mew break is close. Binder break close. Live card shop. All right, let's hit save on that. Hey, what's up, Oasis? You hitting that like button? I really appreciate that, man. I do. We try to get those likes up. All right, it is Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. I was doing so much work before we hit this live button, but it was getting late, so I had to hit live. We're going live for Tuesday morning. Hey, what's up, guys? It's 9 a.m. in California. It's 12 p.m. in New York. There we go. Thank you, Mike Side, for the thumbnail. He's been doing that for a long time, haven't you? All right. Let's see. We also like to post over here. Oh, no. We don't want to do that. We don't want to ping. There we go. And what are they saying over here? Anything? There we go. All right. There we go. Let's get the website. Okay, so let's get the, no. Let's do this first. Yeah, let's get the website. So let's go to TheCardconomist.com. Perfect. And we'll hit copy. Let's open up the chat. Who's that? All right, we'll hit pause over here. Dragon Ball. Hell yeah, dude. We're going to pin this. All right, so the website's now pinned. That part is done. So now we need a price on this Manga Dragon Ball. It says 24 packs per box. Let's see what we've got. Well, I'm going to go over here to the extended menu. Dragon Ball. Manga Booster 02 English. $12. It says $12, so we'll stick to that, I suppose. So $12 for the English Manga Booster. Let me hit copy on the menu here. So out of the extended menu, we're going to post this. Where shall we post this? How about... we'll leave it where it is. So it's in the extended menu. Manga Boosters are $12. I was going to say we could move Dragon Ball back onto the main menu because we got a new set for that series. But, you know, I feel like that could end up confusing people. Like, they don't know where to go looking. All right. We're going to go ahead and delete this. Very nice. All right, cool, man. Well, I'm happy to have a new set on. Today, we're playing music from one of my favorite games, Advanced Wars. Advanced Wars 2. That is one of the best games I've played. I love that game. Hey, what's up, Troy Malice? What can you tell me about that Dragon Ball booster? Well, virtually nothing other than it's in English. I don't collect Dragon Ball, and I never watched a Dragon Ball either. But I know there are some big Dragon Ball enthusiasts out there, and we try to service their card needs. Kind of like One Piece, too. I really just collect Pokemon. I'm a Pokemon card guy. And, but I respect that people like Dragon Ball. Similar to One Piece, Dragon Ball has been around for a long time. I think it's a strong brand. And maybe like One Piece, I should familiarize myself with all the character names and understand the story and the appeal. We are. So I'll have time to work on that. I think that's probably a good idea as a card shop owner to do that. I don't know, maybe I should sit down and just watch it all. Boy, I wish I had a lot of time to do that. All right, what are you guys saying? We got Oasis Fireplace Services, Jack Woodworth, Troy Malice, Yasser Majid, Ants Tacos. Wait, who's Ants Tacos? Ants Tacos, who are you? I don't recognize you. Here's Tyler TSL. You know, Ants Taco, they changed everybody's YouTube names, and it makes everything so confusing. But you've got the TCC ball, so you're an old member. Here's Edward Cornelio. Hey, we got Mr. Will Oglesby, who's been hanging out. Hey, how's it going, man? All right, so let's jump over here and delete this, and we'll jump over here. I had such a busy morning. I was busy, busy, busy. All right. Let's see. Ghost of Anthony. Is that Ghost of Anthony? That's so hard to remember. Ghost of Anthony. Hey, what's up, Javier? Javier's been here a long time. Nice to see you, Mr. Javier. All right. I have been working on the private channels that you will need a special membership to access. So I want to build those up somewhat. So I was writing some things down over there and structuring them and brainstorming how to add value to them. Check this out. We got Dragon Ball, baby. So I could have bought this in Japanese, but I opted for English for the menu. What's going on with that? So in the past, sort of our structure was a focus on the Japanese cards because they were so much cheaper than the English, and because the artworks were the same, it was the same, you know, authenticity for the product. Now you see me shifting back toward English because of the artificial import fee that you have to pay to buy Japanese cards. Are they still cheaper per pack? Yes, they are, but there is no import fee on cards printed in America. So the advantage for now is with American cards. Probably when Daddy Trump is gone, and he will go someday, those, you know, tariffs might be adjusted. Maybe they'll just go away. And so you might see us jump, you know, back into Japanese just as hard as before. But we actually went for English first and no Japanese with these, all right? Very cool. Something to chew on. All right. I really like that DBZ box. You like it? Yeah, again, I wouldn't be very useful in understanding what's going on in the cards. At least they're in English. I'll actually be able to read them, too. All right. Hey, how's it going, Miss Alexandra? I started my taco business and changed all my socials. Oh, yeah, you talked about that. You really are Ghost of Anthony. You talked about how you started doing a taco shop at card conventions, right? And it was actually a big success for you. Wow, I'm proud of you, dude. That's super cool. Yeah, that's neat, man. And so that's like your first success in running any kind of business, even a small one. And you just get better at it from here on out. You know, you should keep reading books and learning and growing. And maybe one day you own like a chain of things. You never know. Depends on your enthusiasm and ambition and motivation and love of the sport of doing business. So there they are, Dragon Ball. If you'd like to open a pack, yes, they do cost a little more. They're about $12. That's what my instructions tell me to sell them at, 12. We came up with the price, I guess, at the time that I ordered them. Here they are. So these cost a little more than the Japanese ones. We still have the Japanese ones left over. They're SB1. Now, these are in Japanese. Here we are. So there it is, SB1 and SB2. Manga boosters have been so popular that I actually went out and bought some. You'll notice I have not really been buying too much of the Dragon Ball lately. Dragon Ball, for better or worse, Dragon Ball has not been a top performer for us. But the manga boosters are another story. People seem to really enjoy them. And I feel like that's something for the other hobbies to think about, you know. There's manga Pokemon, right? That's a real thing. I'm sure there's manga One Piece all over the place. And they could really make cards that are based off of images from the manga, and people would probably love to collect them. Very nostalgic. All right. I've always said Pokemon should release a set called the Game Boy set using only artworks from the original Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. How cool would that be? Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've learned a lot here with y'all, and I got tired of working for people. You can still get rich working for people. You just got to get the right job. Like Karis makes pretty good money working. You know, she's just like a code monkey. You know what I'm saying? So she's an employee. You can make a lot of money as an employee. You just got to get the right job, or you got to scale it somehow. And then there's skilled work like doctor, so like doctor and engineer. And then, but business owner is a fast way to grow. You really, you know, you get direct access to the profits, and how much you earn is kind of just up to you. It's just up to your level of hustle. That's about it. Level of risk taking, level of investment. You know, you can start using other people's money if you want to use the bank, but, you know, not everyone wants to do it that way. I quit my factory job. I could be my own boss doing Uber Eats. Nice, dude. So Uber Eats, that's like a contract job. You work for yourself but you know, you're doing work for one particular company. We are. I hope your taco business blows up in popularity. I do enjoy my job. Very nice. Yeah. You know, everyone can't be a business owner. That's one of the funny things is if every single person was a business owner, we'd all be looking at each other going, well, I own a business. Well, I own a business. Well, I own a business. So I think some of it falls into what kind of personality type do you have? Do you like to be a leader? Do you like to be responsible for everything? Do you like to work 60 hours a week? You know, do you just like to be in charge of everything? That's some personality types like that. Other personality types, they enjoy being given like a task and then just working on that task and not really having to think about the whole business. Because one of the things I can say about even a small business like mine, one of the things I can say is that there's a lot of stress involved if something goes wrong. That I'm familiar with. All right, so here we are. It's a wonderful Tuesday. I'm going to go ahead and refresh everything. Let's start refreshing all of the queues. We are only about 11 minutes in. We're just jibber-jabbering at the moment. All right. I can see that I sent some money to eBay. I just bought another poker deck. It cost me $832. And when it arrives from Japan, it will then cost an additional $124. So we're reaching just below $1,000. What Pokemon deck was it? Silver Deck Part 2. Whew, those are pricey. Hopefully when I open it, it has a Tyranitar in it, but it might not. It might not have the desirable Tyranitar. I think it has about a 1 in 3 odds of the Tyranitar. And then also another way I could get unlucky with that poker deck is if I open it, and it turns out it doesn't have, it has bad centering. That's what I was going to say. So if it has a lot of gray dots, if it has print lines, if it has bad centering, I'm toast, I'm screwed. So even though I paid a lot of money for that deck, I'm relying on the poker card market to keep going up, because if it keeps going up, then $800 plus $30 import fee, it's not going to be so bad. So the poker series have to go up in value. It's a gamble. Hopefully my gamble plays out. I think it will. Come make loaded teas with me. Coworkers are cool and owner is cool AF. Loaded teas, huh? That's interesting. I was just reading about how teas are so healthy for you. They reduce all causes of mortality by like 25%. It was like a TED Talk type of thing. But some guy was talking about how good teas are for you. All right, so people are jumping in here. We got 34 people watching. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a nice Tuesday morning. Thank you for choosing to hang out here. I know you can hang out all kinds of places on the internet or in your car on the radio or whatever it is you're doing, but you're hanging out here. So thank you for joining. Let's take a quick look at one of these breaks going on. We're primarily a card shop where you can spend money and have some interesting stuff happen. We like to focus on products you can't find at Walmart, like this binder break. This has been kind of an experiment. It's a bag of raw cards, and I just keep adding to it until you guys want it. That's it. I just keep adding cards to it. It's basically turned into a pretty large pile of cards at this point. There's a mix of junk, hits, weird stuff, obviously good stuff, like this Teddy Ursa is pretty chill. Little McDonald's Pikachu here. This is really good. That alone, if it graded 10, it'd probably be worth around 75. This Venusaur is solid. Babam. Here's Deoxys. Here's Chauncey. So I've showed this off many times now. But what you see at this point is people seem to actually be interested in the pile at this point. It's got enough in it that it's exciting. But like I said, we're going to add another card to it. Let's see what we got here. So I'm going to add this guy. He's just an EX. Let's add this solid-looking Dollop to it. So there's a Dollop AR. It's just sitting in the bag. Here's a holo. So that's like a booster pack of base set. That's base set Scarlet, isn't it? Let's add another thing to it. Hey, what's up, Edward? He's on break. Let's see what we have in this bag. Hey, what's up, Mr. Tyler? How's it going? So here are some girl cards. Let's add this girl. These are totally gradable, by the way. Some people have called for these cards to come back to the menu. Cardos Nikkei. What do you guys think? Should Cardos Nikkei come back? Here's a Cardos Nikkei. So we got a couple Cardos Nikkeis. Now that's already 6 more cards in the box, in the binder break. If it gets too large, it'll have to be split into 2 bags at some point. But you have to imagine that those cards are gradable. All right, let's try another thing, shall we? So I have another bag open here. Let's get this water energy. It's pretty cool. Let's get, what do we have? There's a lot here. There's a lot to choose between. I don't want to only add junk to the bag, but there's a nice Raikou. Here's a Terrapagos, and, let's see. Right now, the box is already pretty full of good hits, so I'm just adding extras in. Ooh, here's one for Mr. Roger. There we go. Get a little earthworm. There we go. He's a big fan of the earthworm. All right, so what you see here is a nice additional group. You get all the other cards anyways, but this is just bonus. So it is a more valuable binder break. I don't know by how much, maybe a couple dollars. Depends on how much you value these. Let's see. Some girl cards. Yeah, you know, maybe like $5 more. $5 to $10 more probably. I don't know. I mean, it's not pure hollows. If it was pure hollows, I wouldn't say it was worth much. But those are some EXs. Those are some other things. So there you go. Now it's fatter. It's denser. It's heavier. It's bigger. It's all of this. That's the binder break. I think it will probably go off today, but it might not. You never know. All right. We're putting together the... you know, as we sell products over and over again, you kind of learn the blueprint for what people are looking for, what people want to bet their money on. How do I get in on that big break? Hey, what's up, Mr. Vishal? What's up, Will Oglesby? Yeah, you would just send in $40 and say binder break. Now, if you're using the website, use the option called custom payment. So custom payment lets you explain what you're buying. So you can send in 40 and say custom payment binder break. And then we'll move your name into here, okay? Also, keep in mind, on our Discord server, there's a way to track who actually won which break. So if you're not here when it goes off, because many breaks take more than 1 day, if you're not here when it goes off, we have a channel called, here it is. It's called The Breaks History right there. You see it? So I'm going to click on that. And you can see here, we keep track of the outcome of the breaks. Dylan Chan pulls Boa, 198 minutes in. There's a link to the stream where he pulled it. So you can see we show off who gets what. This allows you to rewatch the outcomes, and I feel like that's a really great way to sort of create an easy-to-follow history. All right, so it's been a fun, man, it's been a fun 7 years. I'm going to say that. Here's Squid Pokemon shipping 3 slabs. See Discord message for info on which ones are there. All right, let's see. Mr. Squid Pokemon, what's up, man? He says, this, and a poker slow bro. Ship these, please. So is that all your slabs? Or did you just only want those exact 3? Is that what you're saying? You're really specific. Let me go make you a label. Squid Pokemon. Let's see. What's this going to be titled under? This might actually be titled under Squid Pokemon. Why does this do this? I wish it wouldn't do this. Squid Pokemon. Here we are. The shipping software does this thing where it like resets and then all of the options on the screen like disappear unless you run the mouse over it. Why does it do that? My break's over, mister. I'll see you for the second stream. I want to pay off my slab away and ship tonight. Nice, dude. All right. Come on. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we'll let it calculate the value of the label for another minute. Hey, what's up, Squid Pokemon? Did you have anything else you wanted me to ship? Did you want me to ship any bags or anything like that? Or was it just those 3 slabs? Let's see. I don't even know if you have, here, let me see. I don't even know if you have a bag. So you'd be under probably ST to SO. What do you think of ARS grading? ARS grading. I can't even think of them. Squid Pokemon. I'm done with my break, bro. Come back for the second stream. I don't believe I have a bag. All right, there you have it. Cool. Let's get this shipped. You know, I'm looking at it, guys, and it looks like the price of shipping has gone up yet again, dude. Man, these prices are crazy. If they keep going up, they're going to eventually be as expensive as priority mail shipping used to be when I first started. All right, there we go. Priority shipping. You know, it costs $18.50 to ship a medium priority mailbox these days. When we started, it was $13. Can you believe that? Crazy. All right. We don't like to use priority mail shipping as often anymore. Really expensive. Look, minis in a row with Mickey, or Mickey's in a row with Minnie. I'm actually going to just go ahead and send this off to PSA. Not going to mess around with that anymore. No reason to. I don't actually think anyone here is going to buy that. Same here. We're going to take this down and just send it off to PSA. That can be put into the eBay vault, and we'll just price them up there. They'll have the same price. We're not going to change the price, but I think they probably belong on eBay. There we go. All right, let's see. We'll stick to affordable slabs on this table. Affordable, non-niche, exciting slabs like this one. This one's still pretty good if anyone wants it, this dark metal energy, but I'm going to, well, I don't know. Could I see someone buying this one off the table? I think somebody could buy this off the table. So, so this is a different story. This is a Rocky Returns card, and I could see this selling before the Topps card. I'm going to send it off. Hey, what's up, Rain Brian? How's it going? All right, so those cards really do belong off at the on eBay. They belong on eBay. So here are the breaks. This cool guy has jumped all the way up to 7 out of 13. That means 6 spots remain on this blue Koro. Mew. Let's see, we've got this guy. We've got the Magic the Gathering pack. Real curious about seeing that go off. The binder break. 100 start deck. That's right now the latest Pokemon product. The one that comes after Mega Dream. Now, people have been opening up Mega Dream. They opened up 2 boxes yesterday. Not a ton, but it's exciting to see it open. There's still so many good cards in Mega Dream that I feel a lot of people here never actually pulled. So there's so many really high-end, nice cards in there that you have yet to see and have a chance to add it to your collection. Mew, Megalodios, Mewtwo, Maiyana. Ooh, yeah. So we were in the middle of a large slab rotation. That's what we were doing by the end of the day. You got a deal on the rest of your Crimson Haze boxes. Are you asking me if I have a deal on the rest of my Crimson Haze boxes? That set's really old. I don't really see myself restocking it. So the only thing I could imagine that set doing is going up in price, not down. How's your guys' days going? Do you think the cards should be sleeved in the slab? No, not really. I don't think it's needed. When are you going to start clay rinsing out packs again? The sets that don't sell to thin out the menu for 2026, I could imagine a lot of the sealed boxes could sell on eBay. So I'll give you my feelings on the current market and my own inventory. So I feel very close to raising the price of most products. I'm not even slightly close to clearancing them out. You saw clearance on Weiss Schwarz because it's a non-Pokemon product. So Weiss Schwarz, some of those products were getting a little bit older. I don't really invest into Weiss Schwarz, but the real reason to clearance those out is just to have them head out so we can try some new stuff, because that sounds fun. So new Weiss Schwarz sounds fun. With Pokemon, I consider almost all of the sets to be pretty much classics, like we were just mentioning Crimson Haze. You pull out the Greninja from Crimson Haze. It's really a set that you're going to see go up in price, not down in price over time. And so if I sold them, you know, if I reversed their prices to be much lower right now when the market's very hot, it doesn't really make any sense. Now, if Pokemon were crashing very hard, like if there was some kind of price correction, like the market had the prices very bad and wrong, you could definitely see a price correction then. But that's not really happening, is it? We're seeing the most desirable cards are jumping significantly in price. We're seeing even bland cards holding prices and going sideways. You're not really seeing a weakening in the Pokemon market. You're actually seeing a big explosion in the One Piece market at the same time, which shows you people are looking for other deals as well. So, and then that set, well, you'll see this tippy-top price in the One Piece market, and people will go, oh man, One Piece is too expensive. I'm going to buy more Pokemon again. I'm talking about non-Pokemon. Oh, let's see. Well, some of them already were reduced. Let's see what we got going on here. So, I've done pretty good. Let's see. Nintendo Tattoos, already cheap. Card Wars, already cheap. Marvel Volume 3 Japanese, it's pretty much already where it should be. Fleer Masterpiece. So I'm not really losing money holding most of these sets. Same with Final Fantasy. A lot of the packs are $5 or $6. Union Arena already clearanced. Sports, I don't do much with sports. Other card sets, My Little Pony, Nintendo Tattoo, Mario Panini, KU Harry Potter, SpongeBob, those were already clearanced. KU Naruto, I don't even know where I would find that. Where do I keep those? Fortnite, already clearanced. Minecraft Base, Time to Mine, and Hobby already... Well, actually, the Minecraft Hobby could probably go down to $8 if I wanted. Charlie Brown, Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad cost a lot to acquire. So did the Rick and Morty packs. South Park, I really like that one. I'm just going to hold that one. Card Wars again. Vintage G.I. Joe, already clearanced. Yeah, so it looks like we already did that. It looks like we clearanced almost everything already. So the only ones that really didn't receive clearance were the Pokemon cards, because I kind of just think those are going to go up over time. I don't think those are going to go down. I think those are going to get hoarded like crazy. Made it back from Canada. Oh, Canada. How was Canada? Was it a lot of fun? I've never been. Was it cold? All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. So we got a clear queue right now, guys. There's Breaking Bad cards. Yes, sir. $26 per pack. Breaking Bad was one of the most expensive non-Pokemon sets I added to the menu. What are your thoughts of Slab guards versus Slab sleeve? I've heard of those. What do they call those? Graded guard or something? I can't remember. And I heard about people spending like hundreds to thousands of dollars on ones that are meant to be like, what do you call it? Like, limited exclusive print. So those graded guards are super dumb, dude. You got to be really small brain to spend money on that. They have some kind of value to them, maybe like $1, $2. They're a pretty flimsy piece of plastic. It's not a thick quality cut of plastic, and I don't think it really protects your card that much. There are card protectors like this that I think are quality. Let me show you. So not just mine, but other sets too. So I've seen other kinds of card holders that look like this. So you're talking about real thick plastic. Look at that. So your card really is protected in here, but those little flimsy graded guards, I think most of it is just the perception that your card is protected. I think they're just as easy to step on and break as ever. You could probably say just one good thing about them. If your card fell and hit a corner with the graded guard on, maybe there's a lower chance that it cracks the plastic there, but don't drop your slab, I guess. I don't know. Maybe at a card show, a lot of kids pick your slabs up and drop them. I'm not sure. I don't do that. I don't do card shows, so it doesn't affect me even in the slightest. And at home, it's the same deal. Just don't drop your own slabs on the floor. But this is something like this truly does protect the slab inside. I think I could drop a bowling ball on this or run over it, and the card inside would be fine. So I like these a lot. If a bowling ball fell on this right now, it would be safe. Graded guards aren't going to do that. Graded guards. So the idea that somebody pays more than like $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 for a graded guard is nuts, dude. Such a bad thing. And the idea that vendors are like possessive over them is so weird. It's basically should be, it's a made in China piece of plastic, and it should be treated as such. I like Gold City Siggy from Rascal. That's a pricey one. The metal magnetic ones are nice. All that for a protector that won't keep the surface protected. Exactly. Exactly. Happy Gengar says, very cold. That was the first time I experienced a major snowstorm. Oh, cool, man. Dang, dude. I've never been in a big snowstorm. I've been in some bad winters in Missouri before, but I don't know if I've been in a snowstorm. Let's see. What are your thoughts of graded guard versus slab sleeve? I like the slab sleeves. They keep your card from getting scratched. They're very simple. That's a good idea for a short, mister. Yeah, you like to talk about the graded guard and all that? Yeah, I don't like the people spend money on like collectible slab protectors. What are you talking about, dude? It's just some made in China slop. Like, it should just be as cheap as possible. Mr. Edward, Darkness Ablaze. All right, Edward's joining the Darkness Ablaze booster box. Here it goes. So if you're just joining in, the first thing we did in this stream was added more cards to that binder break. And we priced up the brand new manga boosters. Where we place those? Here they are. So we've got these new Dragon Ball manga boosters. They're Series 2. You've not seen Series 2 before. Give it a try if you're a Dragon Ball fan. I'm a picky person. Only Japanese for me. Put this over here. All right. You're talking about with the One Piece? There we go. All right. Let's see. This is going to go right over here. It's funny because you say that, and then you got Louis Sutton. He says only English. It's funny. I don't do that. I just buy whatever is good. So I just look for what's good. In fact, I'll buy Korean and Chinese. I'll buy either of those. Here we go. I've got some Korean and some Chinese cards in my collection right now. I sent off some Chinese cards to go into the PSA vault. My sister's a big Dragon Ball fan, I can tell you that. Oh, yeah? Here it is. Dragon Ball. Thank you. Goodbye, he says. Cool, man. I'd love for one pack to get open so we can see how pretty they are in English. How close are we for the EB break? The EB1 break. Let me show it, Mr. Jeff Leon. He's referring to, oh, it's right here in the front. So the One Piece EB1 box break is 12 out of 21. Are you in there yet? You're on number 5, I see. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, it's here. We need a couple more people in here. I mean, there's like 10 spots left over. There's 9 spots left, so it's got a little ways to go. I think it's well worth the risk. It's a great box. It's only going to keep going up in price. I can guarantee it. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's a great box. Maybe you open one and send the hit to grade, maybe. You want me to open one myself? I could probably do that. Yeah, so I'm looking at eBay right now, and the cost of these EB1 boxes is so high. When I chose this price, this was considered overpriced when we started this break. And because of the explosion in One Piece, it's already jumped significantly. So I think that EB1's a fantastic box to be considering adding to your collection or to your investments if you wish. But let me just show you how good it's gotten if you don't believe me, okay? Because really it's a slow-moving box, and it doesn't have to be if you just knew what a great deal it was. So this one's 40 times 21. That comes out to, what is it, like 840, right? That's what it comes out to be. Now check out last sold on EB1. Here you can see EB1 last sold for $1,000. Here's 875, here's 856, and here's 998. So the reason that's so significant is because when I originally created the break, I overpriced it. I added a premium over the restock price. But because the box is so hot, because One Piece is so hot right now, it's already jumped past that point. So, you know, I like to put stuff into the breaks that I believe you guys will benefit it going up in value over time. It's already done that. It went up in value so hard and so fast, it's already above that value now. And so I think if you're going to take a risk on a product, having a product that's pretty close to the restock price is always an advantage. Some stuff has a premium on it and you want into it anyways just because you like it. And because you like me and you want me to make a little money too, by the way. But yeah, it's pretty good. So I expect that one to probably move, could move by this Friday or next Friday. Fridays are big days because people get paid on Friday. All right. Time to raise the price. No. We don't do that. When it comes to breaks, here are the rules. I can only lower the price. Sometimes I choose to do that. Not all the time. Sometimes I remove the star spot, but we don't ever raise the price. Once the price is chosen, it's locked in. So I can lower the price. I can't raise the price. It's locked in, okay? So we do that to make sure that I just think that that's an ethical rule, basically, because when it comes to breaks, when a break is really hot, the temptation is to raise the price, but we don't do that. It's just not right. So, and that's how I am. That's my personality type. All right. There you have it, guys. Although the price could be raised in the menu for this. Let me see. What is our current price for this in the menu? The per pack price could be changed based on the product jumping so fast. Let's see. EB1 is priced at 35. Is that right? So let's see what that looks like. All right, so we have it priced at the restock price in the menu. And so ideally what we would do is maybe add about 25% over restock fees. So let's see what that would look like. That would look like, oops. It would look like the product jumping to about $43 per pack. I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that. Let's get it done. We just did the math. Let's take care of it. So, you know, and this could happen to the other One Piece products. Keep that in mind, guys. So now's a great time to consider, if you want some One Piece product, you've been thinking about it, now's maybe a time to consider opening that up or purchasing a box and sticking it into your closet. You don't have to buy it from me. You can buy it from anyone. But, you know, you're hanging out here, so if you want to buy it from me, that's perfectly fine. Let's see, EB1. All right. Jesus, dude. I don't know what to say. I had a box. I wanted to show you guys a cool box real fast. Can I do that? Can I show you guys a box of cards? I want to show it to you. So, again, I know nothing about One Piece. All I knew is how old it was and how fast it was selling. And I said, okay, people love this. And I decided, perhaps very smartly, to hold on to this instead of selling it. Let's see. This guy right here. Check this out. I'm glad I did. There's an OP1 box. How cool is that, guys? So I held on to an OP1 box. Even though I'm not a collector of One Piece, I was like, you better just, it's like schmuck insurance, so that if it went to the moon, I don't feel like a freaking idiot. Although, look, it's a white bottom box. I had the option to keep a blue box, and I didn't, because I just didn't know that they were going to do 2 different print waves. I didn't know it was going to be different. Is it a blue bottom? Not a blue bottom. We had blue bottom cards. We sold them for a while, and I just didn't think to keep any of those because I didn't know there was going to be a difference. But hey, you know, it's still an OP1 starter box. I'm still happy about it. Minister needs to buy some memory pills to remember that he does raise the price, and we do need to buy that house. I definitely raise my prices, but you need to know I don't ever raise the price on a break, Mr. PDX. So that's what it's all about. Once the break is set, we don't raise the price on the break. So that's true. I never do. We never change the, this number never goes to 22, 23, 24, or 25. We don't do that. I don't think it's right. But yeah, I mean, of course, if a product is going up in price, we do change the pack price over time. That's, you know, everyone does that. That's just normal. All right, let me go put this away. Back in the closet it goes. Maybe I leave it out. I think I wanted to make a video with it. All right, here we go. Did you for Ancient Origins? So Ancient Origins is not a box break. Well, so this is like you get a whole box to yourself. This is not the same thing. This is a per booster pack price, just like with this, see? So like in the menu, EB1 was 35, now it's 43. The confusing part here is we call both of these things a box break, but it's not the same. So this is a box break in the sense that one person is gambling to take the whole box. Over here, you're actually just buying a booster pack. So yes, the booster pack price can go up and down here all day long because you're buying a whole booster pack. It's not a true, it's not like a custom booster pack break. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? So I get the confusion here. They have a similar, we call them both breaks, but you're buying a booster pack here, and the pack price goes up and down. So be aware of that. But for an actual break, like this guy right here, we locked the pricing for you. It's very nice. It makes sense when I get the whole box or just a single pack. That's right. So if you're getting the whole box, that's locked in. You don't change the price on that. I remember I was buying the difference is one is a custom booster box break, whereas the other one, you're buying a booster pack. 2 different products. All right. So there you have it. Just doing a little explaining. Mr. Edward, thank you for the order, man. Appreciate it. Should have held the blue. Oh, well. Yeah, Mr. My Nami alt came from one of your blue bottoms. Nice, dude. I just didn't know. I don't think anyone did. I don't think anyone knew at the time that the blue bottom boxes were going to, like, explode in value. It's like one of those little niche pieces of information. Let's get some fresh slabs up here, guys. All right, what do we got here? Change the name. You're making it confusing. Did my order go through? Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me look. I'm sorry, John Reagan. Let me take a quick look. Here we go. You're right. That is a confusing detail there. They're both called box break, but one is a booster pack for sale, and the other one is an actual, like, custom booster pack break. Here's Miss Alexandra, followed by Mr. John Reagan. What's up, guys? All right, Alexandra says she would like a spot in the Mew break, a spot in the Koro Mew break, and a spot in the vintage Donkey Kong break. Wow. And then a Silver Tempest pack. That's a big order. You got it. All right. Let's get it. I love this music that's playing. There we go. How can you tell that a card came from the blue bottom? I believe it has something to do with the text on the card being slightly different. Okay. Kind of like with Final Fantasy, you have the OP1 box, right? And, oops. There's a slight variation in the first print wave and the second print wave. So people want that first print wave a lot more. So he goes in here. So that, that goes to 8 out of 13. 5 spots there. Let's get this into the 151 Mew break. All right. That's the heartbreak. I'm happy if I hit one of the breaks. It's pretty tough. They're both, so 1 in 17 and 1 in 13 odds can be pretty tough. There it is. It can be pretty painful, actually, joining the breaks. But you eventually, if you're joining all of them all the time, you do eventually hit one. The question is, overall, will you be lucky or will you overall be unlucky? That's the question. 2. All right, let's go. Oh, and then the Donkey Kong break right here. So you're the second one in on the 1982 vintage Donkey Kong break. There we go. Very nice. And here's the Donkey Kong break over here. Ooh, we got this box of Y. Schwartz Nikkei. Somebody was opening those last night. They didn't pull a Siggy, though. So there it is. So this is a graded box of Donkey Kong. It's not graded, it's authenticated. There it is. All right. That's because back in the day, when they printed these boxes, they did not plastic wrap them. So this company does that for super old vintage boxes. It confirms that it's an authentic box and that all the packs are in it belong to that box, and then they wrap it up. Here it goes. All right. So how about that last part of your order? The Silver Tempest pack. We added Silver Tempest back onto the menu. Here it is. This is a great set. It gives you a chance for the Lugia. Oh, man, I got to sneeze again, dude. How much would you buy the box back from the winner? That's a great question. We would probably negotiate that on Discord. I don't have a set amount because I don't know what I would like to pay for it. Mister, it's been a while. I sleep early now because the night stream is a thing of the past. Hey, what's up, Mike? I know. I missed the nighttime stream, the feel of it, the culture of it. It was like naughty being up that late at night. But this is a good feeling, too. It feels healthy. Here we are. We're still doing about... Yesterday, I believe we did a full 6 hours of streaming. So we still get a lot of stream time in. There we go. What do we have here? Here's Duosian and Runiclus. Maybe we'll make some new friends, too. Some morning time friends. All right. So just 2 hollows out of that pack. It's funny that they kind of go together. There we go. We could still have night times from time to time. Maybe. That would require like 3 streams in a day. Maybe like a Sunday nighttime stream. But here's the problem: is I want to go to bed and not mess around with that. All right. I like having a good sleep schedule. It's good. I didn't have this for like 6 years. It's great. I'm sleeping so much. I get tons of sleep. There we go. Going to sleep when the sun goes down and then waking up when the sun goes up. It's amazing. You can't beat it. There's nothing better than it. Next up, Mr. John. Hey, John Reagan. He says 3 of the English 151. All right, John. Is this your first time order, John, or do you already have a bag? Let's jump in here. 2, 3. All right. So we got our 151s right here. Beautiful. The nighttime streams. You helped keep me awake back then when working on my master's degree late at night. Oh, very cool, man. Best time to get your research done is late at night. Master's degree. That's cool. Okay. Can I have the baby Evo from them? Then I have all 3. It was on top. Oh, here we go. I know what you're talking about. This guy right here. Solosis. There we are. Oh my gosh, I'm going to sneeze. It must be so dusty in here. That's the only explanation. There we go. Definitely like the day streams being in the east. You will start like 3 a.m. my time. That's right, 3 a.m. in New York. It actually was so late that you almost couldn't enjoy the stream at all in New York. So maybe we'll make more friends from New York for a little while. All right. Very good. Mr. John. He's going to pull Rhyhorn, Golbat, Machamp, pack number 1. That is so many holographic cards. Remember when you'd get one? Oh my gosh. Woo! Look at that. Zapdos. Lovely. Zapdos Altart for our friend Mr. John. John, did you say you did not have a bag? Is that what you were saying? There we go. It's the bull crap you're allergic to. There we go. A sneeze, sneeze, sneeze. Put this here. And yeah, I'm allergic to it. Wait, what? There's Electabuzz. saying hey from Australia. Hello, Crystal Benfield from Australia. How are things over there in Australia? Miss Cactuar Queen was teaching me that you guys say good day, mate. Okay, he has a bag. Let's go find it. Good day, mate. Like that. Aha, you're right in the front. All right. Cool, man. Ah, it looks like you were very new, though. Look at that Gengar, too. You pulled a Gengar, Wigglytuff, nice little Eevee, and now this lovely Alt Zapdos. Cool, man. All right. I like this music a lot. Let's grab a couple more Slabby Patties. Time to reprice some Slabby Patties, guys. Here's the new Dragon Ball manga boosters. Ooh. First time in the channel. Hello from Japan. Oh, Japan! Konnichiwa! All right. Look at this poor thing. Trapped in this BGS holder. 9.5. I don't know. Sign it up for the cracking. Here's a Zelda Link, $40. We're going to keep that available for $40. I don't think anyone else sells these. I think it's just me right now. Poopus ass, what's up, man? All right. This shall say 40. Boop. Oh, wait, it should be a double dot. There it goes. The double dot signifies its number of rotations that has occurred. All right. We'll hit refresh over here. Okay, and we'll hit refresh over here. And we'll hit refresh over here. So I think we're going to be pricing up some slabs for a little bit. Yes. All right, the queues are clear. If you want to place an order, feel free to place an order. We are going to go ahead and price these up. Here's Luigi. Luigi time. Speaking of which, I want to see something real fast. I want to see if this item's been shipped out to me or not. Shipped. Your items have been dispatched. Yeah? What are we talking about? Let's see. I wonder if this has been shipped. I hope it has been. All right. Here's Mr. Luigi, Jack of Clubs. I think we'll leave him at $40. PP sent 14 minutes ago. Huh. Let's take a look into that. Oh, I wasn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was in the wrong email. Let me jump back to PayPal here. Oh, we had a couple PayPal emails. I'm sorry about that, guys. I was in the wrong. I had the right Gmail open, but I wasn't under the PayPal tab. So first of all, we have Zach Allen, Mega Dream. Thanks, Mister, for Zach Allen. He says, "I think I have a bag?" Question mark. Here goes, Mega Dream. Luigi looks pissed in that card. He looks a little scary. I like that he's kind of top tier in Smash Brothers, Luigi. You ever watch Smash Brothers anymore? Smash Brothers still played a lot, and you see a lot of Luigi players. He's so crazy. His attacks come out so fast, and they combo really well. They are. A lot of Luigi Smash Brothers players. All right. There it is, Mr. Zach. Zach with a bag, huh? He's thinking about taking out insurance CEO. Oh, is that the look? Oh, no. What's going on with that guy? That guy's in jail and all that, huh? He's on trial. So's the Charlie Cook shooter. He's on trial, too. There we go. Very nice. Boop. All right, what we got? We've got some stiff. That's not a good sign. So you pull this watch first, right? And sometimes that's your hit. That's the SR. Okay, you got a little Zoroark. You got Metacam. Ooh. I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on a Dreamcast with the VGA adapter and a CRT monitor. The graphics are so good. Ah, that's cool, man. I remember when the Dreamcast was coming out and there was a playable model inside of Sam's Club. And the game you could play on the playable model was Sonic the Hedgehog. It was like 3D Sonic. And you're like, damn, dude. It was pretty good. All right. That was the last Sega product, the last Sega console. I think they went out of business too soon. You know, nowadays, I am thinking about the console wars in terms of the hardware being kind of obsolete. I think the console wars will boil down to who can create a better controller now and who can create better software. But then again, oh, nice. Your box is going to have a nice Charizard in it, Mr. Zach Allen. Okay, that helps. I was going to say, so far, kind of a cold box, leaning toward cold. Mr. Duraludon. So I feel increasingly like the build of the console doesn't matter because gaming PCs are getting like so advanced that there's not much left to innovate. We got what do we got left? Oh yeah. Okay, so that is your box. You did pull a stinky SR, but you were saved by the fact that you pulled a nice Charizard. What are your thoughts on the fire at GTA headquarters? There was a fire at Grand Theft Auto headquarters. GTA headquarters. Grand Theft Auto 6 headquarters shut down following major explosions 1 day ago. Why did it explode? Boiler explosion. If that's all it is, if it's just a boiler explosion, it won't actually delay the game. I don't think it will. Terrifying boiler explosion. Ugh. There we go. All right, they'll be fine. I don't think it'll delay the game, something like that. It'll just be a minor setback, probably. They delay it for another 5 years or something. All right, beautiful. Only reason to have a console at this point is for the exclusives. Right, and you know, with Microsoft saying that they want Halo to be on the PlayStation, it makes you question, what's even the point of the exclusives? What's the point? Why not, if you're a company making software, why wouldn't you want to sell the software everywhere? Like, think about Doom, you can play it everywhere. Think about Skyrim, you can play it everywhere. You just make more money that way. I think that in the past, technology was in a place where making a console was like a really big competition. I don't think it's the same competition anymore. They're all just supercomputers with good graphics cards and good processing power. That's all it is, good memory. That's all it is anymore. So the only features that stand out is the controller, which is a particular piece of hardware, and exclusiveness, which means a company pays a lot of money to make sure it's only sold on your console. And when you really think about that, that's not a very good strategy overall. You want everyone to play your game. So it's very fascinating. I think it could be the case that consoles themselves are becoming obsolete. All right, Zach, he says, I think I have a bag. All right. When I think of buying an Xbox or a PlayStation, I don't really think of buying them for like, oh, it's so fast at running the game. I don't think that way anymore. And that's when I start to realize, wow, you know, the game's changed. What's it even about anymore? Here's Zach Allen, 425. Ooh. It's easier to optimize a game for one specific console as opposed to a multi-platform. See, I don't even know if that's true anymore. We are. All right. Very nice. Like, all these video games are produced on regular computers, and then they just run on a console. They are. And a console is just a computer with specific hardware. All right. Zach Allen, it says 425. We're going to update that to say 126, because your bag was really thin, so I'll just reset the date for you for free. My local retro store legit doesn't sell Xbox at all. Definitely feel like the next gen will be no console and only a Game Pass sub. Yeah, so I think my point is that the real competition, I think, is going to move on to game development itself. There we go. Game development itself is all that's going to matter. All right. Like, you know, there might be consoles that still do tricks. Like, oh, look, our console does, you know, like, remember the Nintendo Wii with the motion sensor? Or you had the stupid Xbox version of that. I think PlayStation did some version of that, too. They were all trying to get into, like, motion sensing. And where did that go? Pretty much nowhere. Virtual reality. They keep trying to push virtual reality, you know, with the goggles and all that. Where's that gone? just like I predicted. Not really anywhere. It's not affecting core gaming. Core gamers, they don't want that. They want just, you know, a cool shooter game on their TV. I don't think there's much left to innovate at the moment. Maybe in the future, maybe like AI integration. I don't know. But at the moment, we're where we're going to be. You know, it's not going to change too much from here. So maybe you can provide a cheaper, faster computer. That's kind of an innovation. Cheaper and faster. That's about it. Cheaper and faster. All right. Here we go. We have the manga right here. Very nice. We have a Zach Allen order Dragon Ball pack for Zach Allen. Ooh, Zach. So Zach's going to try one of these brand new packs. Here you go, Zach. Zach Allen. Remember when they used Xbox Connect in one of the Paranormal Activity movies? Did they? God, I love Paranormal Activity. I haven't seen scary movies in a while. I need to watch a scary movie, man. Hologram projections. Yeah, maybe. Ooh. All right, so you got this lovely Awakening card in its trunks. All right. So it comes with all these hollows, which to me are basically the bulk. And then here's Murray. Murray's going to be the rare card at the end. There we go. I don't know about the rest of these. How do you guys treat the rest of these, really? They're technically hollow, but these are commons and uncommons. Oh, this is also a rare. Well, I'm glad I looked again. Okay, so we're new with these English packs. We're brand new with them. I'm still learning them. So there were 2 rares in that pack, and here's a nice Awaken card. All right. There's no good modern scary movies. Yeah, actually, is that true? I haven't really heard about a must-see scary movie in a while. If that's the bulk, can I have them? Since you asked, I'm going to go ahead and say yes to that because, I don't know, they're holographic. But truly, this is bulk now, right? Like, the thing that made bulk have no value is the amount of it that got printed. And so there's a lot of this printed. But since you asked and they're hollow, I'm just going to go with it, okay? Thank you so much, Zach. Appreciate it, man. All right. You ever had a paranormal experience? No. I've never had ghosts or anything like ghosts happen. We are. We have Mr. NHCC. He said, give me another fine spot in that EB1 break. That's what I was thinking. I think that EB1's going to go off, guys. I think it's going to go off. Because it's such a good price now anyways. Because One Piece has blown up. So you got spot number 13. We're at 13 out of 21. Congratulations. Good luck. Be prepared to lose $40. All right. I'm not seeing any orders in Venmo. I'm not seeing any orders in ZELLE. We have a new ZELLE giveaway for people who use ZELLE to buy cards. Here it is. It's Duraludon is the next free giveaway. To get into this giveaway, all you really have to do is purchase something using ZELLE. And then we'll put you into that giveaway as a bonus. All right. What do we got over here? Let's see. The 4. Thanks for the encouragement. Didn't he say 5 spots? Who said 5 spots? What's 5 spots? He's more a clown than scary. What are you guys talking about? Art the Clown is the modern day horror icon. Is that guy from Terrifier? Hold on. Art the Clown. Yeah, he is. You know, I haven't watched any of the movies he's in. I don't know, he doesn't scare me at all. Throw this away. All right. It's cool that we have people still make it. Look at the screen. Why is the screen so nice and blue? I love that color. We have like a nice bluish color coming through the screen. Why is that happening? So weird. Doesn't do that all the time. Maybe it's detecting the sunlight. I'm not sure. What does the EB1 box or packs like? New to this stuff. Literally new. Yes, let me show you real fast so that you can get more excited about it. Ooh. Where are we? Here it is. You could open it up and see if there's a manga in it, or leave it sealed and pay an extra like $6 to ship it sealed. And then you can put this up in your closet and hope it keeps going up in price. So there's 2 routes to go with this. That's why we offer the box breaks. The reason we offer these winner-takes-all box break is because you cannot open a booster pack that gives you a sealed booster box at the grocery store, at Walmart. But over here on the TheCardconomist live stream, you can. We've got a couple boxes like that. Here's one option. Let me show you a couple options you got. Here's another one. So this is Darkness Ablaze. You could pull this box and put it in your closet. You can pull this box out of one of my custom booster packs. That's the deal here. That's why it's so exciting. Here's another one. The vintage Donkey Kong box, which is a 1 in 10. Okay, so 1 in 10, 1 in 9, and 1 in 21. A lot of different options here. Exactly, House That Horror. It's more desensitized comedy. There was a geomagnetic storm last night. Cool. He's not scary. He's funny and gory. He's not scary. He's just awesome. Let's get that binder break open today, ladies and gentlemen. The binder break has more cards added to it. If you guys didn't catch that, we added a couple more cards to the binder break at the beginning of the stream. You can rewind and see what the exact cards were. Wait a second here. Okay, there we go. Here it is, the binder break. It is so fat now. There's 3 people in here now. There is actually some interest in it. Lots of cool cards in there to pull. One person will pull the whole bag for $40. You think 1 in 6 is a bad idea? Do you think 1 in 4 is more exciting? You know, it probably could be 1 in 4, just like the jumbo pack break. But here it goes. This is 1 in 6. Actually, you know, the jumbo pack break is a great way to compare this to your options on the table, because there's no other break like the binder break. It's really unique. But, you know, if you think about how many cards you pull out of the jumbo pack break, does it come even close to this? Because this is so much. It's literally so much. There's just so much in here. And we're able to choose cards that are specifically, intentionally good, like this Venusaur. I actually think this might be the better value, even though your odds are slightly lower. But the next time we run it, maybe we run it 1 in 4, because maybe people just like those 1 in 4 odds better. And I bet it fills up sooner because the odds are better. So check that out, Bulbasaur, Typhlosion. That would also mean that it won't have as many cards in it, because each day that goes by, we just keep stuffing this thing, dude. Whiscash, here's one of the new ones in it. Okay, all right. Some girl cards went in. Here's Dolliv, that's new. Dolliv's new. Vermilion City. It's kind of fun, actually. I got to admit. So at first, I'm kind of feeling like the binder break, why don't I just grade these cards? But actually, it's kind of fun to see how much has to be in here before people go, all right, that's pretty cool, I want in. And it's neat seeing, it's almost like an estimation of people's interest in a product. A little Hello Kitty there. Whew. All right, so I do think this is more product than you get from a jumbo pack break. Got to check the mail. I think something fancy just came in. Is it lagging or just me? Hey, what's up, Stefu? Anybody having any lag? By the way, you guys don't have to jump into any breaks. We have all the same booster packs as other channels. If you just want to open some plain old cards, there's nothing wrong with that. We were opening up some 151 a second ago. We were opening up some Mega Dream a second ago. We got all the same products. A lot of fun things to choose between. If you're new, we have a first-time buyer bonus card, this Victini. We love getting new people who make their first-time purchase and learn how the stream works. So we got bonuses for new people, like this free card right here. And here's the jumbo pack, by the way, over here. The jumbo pack's nice and fat. Should we add a pack to the jumbo pack? Let's add $12 whopping dollars to it. Check this out. So here's one of the new Dragon Ball packs. So in honor of the new set that just came, we'll put this in here. So the jumbo pack break, which barely fits in here now, this will be $12 more valuable than before. So you tear this little part of the bag and it fits better. There we go. It's like you're like having too small of a condom. How's the Mew break? It's moving, dude. Mew break's close. Check it out. Are you in there? I don't know if you're in there, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. So that's at 8 out of 13. I'm not surprised this one is close. This is a cool one. There it is. Stephen, Matthew, NHWC, Bill, Mike Side, Beatrice Moniz, Jacob Chickering. It's a 1 in 13 break. It is a tough break, but you know what? It's a nice vintage card. And, you know, another card to watch out for in the breaks is this one right here. It sounds silly, but this is the star break, which means all other breaks lead here. He will go off. He's a lovely 1996 base set Squirtle. I would expect the value of this card to continue to rise over the years. It just absolutely will happen. So that's a cool one, but that one's been a little slower moving. I think maybe he's, ooh, what's that? I got an email from Tag. What's this? They don't want to grade my Team Rocket's Articuno Hollow? Jesus, dude. All right. So weird. This card cannot be graded by our system due to an image capture issue pertaining to the card, which does not allow our system to grade the card to our standards. What does that even mean? So it's just a cheap little card. It's a Glory of Team Rocket holographic Articuno. So it's this cheap little card, and it says our system can't grade it due to an issue pertaining to the card. What does that mean? It's just a standard card from. It's not like manipulated or anything. So why would they be rejecting it? That's so strange. I have that card. I think I should grade mine 40, 1 in 4. Does this mean 40 is the cost of the slot and there's 4 available spots to buy? That's right, Mr. Cabe. That's exactly right. So these are called breaks that we host. You can't buy breaks at Walmart, but you can buy them here. You need a host to be in a break. So I'm your host. And what you're going to actually be buying, what you're truly buying when you spend that money, you're buying one of these. These are my custom booster packs. They look like this. So you're buying one of these for $40. I have 4 of them available. And what you're trying to pull out of them is this guy right here. Look, we swapped it out, guys. So this is the chase card now. So you're trying to pull this chase card. Whoever pulls this chase card can make a trade with me. In this case, you would be trading for the jumbo packs. So you could either keep this card or trade it for the jumbo packs. Of course, everyone just trades. So, but this is what you're trying to pull out of the packs. This is the chase card. Everyone else will receive a simple Pokemon card, and that is how the break works. Okay? It's a custom booster pack break. And they've been very popular. We've been hosting this for 6 years. 6 long years. 6 very long years. 7 years. 6 complete years. This is year 7. It'll be the end of year 7 in November. Year 7 is done in November. We're in January. So we got about 10 months for year 7 to be over. All right. Yeah, how long have we been doing this? How often do you do the breaks? How often? Like, it's all we do, it feels like. Like I said, we sell all the same packs as everyone else. You know, all card shops are doing the same packs, it feels like. And one of the things that helps us stand out is our stellar reputation for hosting these breaks and my skill at choosing good ones for you. So we choose nice breaks for you. We got all kinds of things you guys might be open to opening. We have like this wonderful OP13 here. This set right here has the $20,000 Luffy manga in it, so that's very popular. And actually, I thought we had... Oh, I don't see it. Oh, maybe we're missing it. So we're supposed to have a gym break for that. So you can buy a pack outright, or you can look for one of these 1 and 2 gym battles, where you and another gentleman sort of toss a coin to see who gets the card. I'll put this back over here. All right. Yeah, we've been doing it a very long time. We're very well known for this. If you're a new guy watching it and you've never seen it before, we've sold millions of dollars of cards, and probably like half of all that was breaks. So we've been hosting it just a very long time. This is supposed to be a break right here. Don't know why this isn't up on the table. You can buy these packs for $32, or you can do one of these fun little 1 and 2 gym breaks. We call them gym breaks because it's like a Pokemon gym battle, 1v1. So it only requires 2 people. It's kind of a 1v1, see? But who even needs that? You can just buy the pack. So I think people just like to have an option to play around this way. It's a form of entertainment. That's what I've come to understand about it. Here's the starter decks. Same deal. We've got start decks right here. You can buy a start deck outright. Our start decks are unweighed. They come out of a sealed case. Yeah, like this guy right here, for example, right? Very nice. Sourced directly from a Japanese distributor. We tend to pull really great pulls out of our booster packs because we don't mess around with the product. We don't tamper with the product. We just get as good of the product that we can for you straight from Japan. And then you guys get to pull the chase cards out, and we make clips out of it. And I get paid anyway. So I get paid, you know, when I sell products, there's a premium on the product so that I can get, you know, a paycheck myself. And that's how it all works. So I sit here all day long and offer these products for sale. And it's kind of like using DoorDash, really. You know, have you ever used DoorDash and you got to pay your DoorDash driver a tip like $7? well, kind of the same thing here. I'm like your DoorDash driver. You're tipping me to play with you and open some cards, offer services like middleman grading, pre-grading, you know, assess the hobby, talk to you, give you advice. So that's what I'm here for you for. And we've been doing that for a really long time. Where did the OP13 pack come from? Booster box, sleeve pack? Yeah, that's a great question. So I have 2 sealed cases of OP13, and the pack you just saw, it came out of our 3rd case, which is just about done. This is the last box of the 3rd case. So this right here is my last box of OP13. It comes out of a sealed case, and then we have 2 more cases remaining, and it's a very desirable product. Yes, I do think you have a chance to pull Manga Luffy, especially with these upcoming cases. I hope somebody pulls Manga Luffy real bad. I would love to get a video of that. That would be extremely exciting. What is your thoughts on the starter deck? Not a very good product overall. Kind of pricey. I heard that they're manipulatable. Like, so you have to be careful if you're buying them one by one off of eBay or from maybe a less reputable seller on Whatnot or something like that. You have to be careful because, you know, there are guys out there who are desperate for money. See, that's the thing about me. I'm not desperate. I'm already set up. I'm set up pretty well with my card collection. But you got sellers on like Whatnot. They're just starting life. They got no money. They might not have the same character as I do. They might just be totally fine with weighing and manipulating the boxes and cheating you. So I would be nervous about that. I would be nervous about buying them on eBay. If you want them in the best fashion, you got to buy them per case, okay? So if you want to get them in the best way, and you could do that on eBay, you got to buy them per case. That'll make sure that no one can manipulate them or mess with them or anything. Here we are. Oh, you want to play with me, mister? Yeah, we got to have some play here. We got to have some action. Who wants some action? Who wants some action? This stream is brought to you by you guys. You guys make the entertainment when you open packs. So it's a bit of fun. If you want to have some fun, if you want to see some packs open, you might have to open some packs to have some fun. Perfect Order won't be until March. That's after the Ascended Heroes. Is the Zygarde booster box. English releasing soon. Japanese version is on the 23rd of January. Yeah, what's the name of that one? I can't remember. I just ordered some of those. I think we're starting out with 3 cases of it. And I don't know how popular it's going to be because it's a Zygarde set. He's not a super big chase. But we got 3 cases of that to start us out with the option for more if it's very popular. And you're right. That set should be coming out soon enough. But also we're getting English Ascended Heroes, I think, on the 30th, which is still about 10 days away. And the truth is, we won't actually get Ascended Heroes to like 5 additional days. It has to ship all the way out here to me in Lake of the Ozarks. So that's a bit of shipping, but hopefully it's fast. I need some action, says Kevin. That's nice, man. Let's get some action. Let's see. Are you a millionaire? I am. I'm a millionaire, I'm pretty sure. But not in cash. Very important distinction. If you want to talk about cash, I got some operating cash for the business. It's actually not that much. I got enough to pay my taxes. But because my cards have blown up in price, I think those cards added up turn into $1 million. If I sell them, I don't even want to sell them. So I'm just a guy with a lot of Pokemon cards. You can think of me like a millionaire if it makes your pee-pee hard, but I'm really just a guy with some cool cardboard cards. That's really all I am. And not a lot of cash. Big difference. Really big difference. But we got some nice cards like this gentleman and this gentleman here. And who knows? That right there might be $100,000. We're already 1/10 of the way to $1 million with 2 cards. And I've got some other cards as well. I've been moving them around. Actually, I've been moving my cards out of my home. To get them out of my home. I kind of want them all out of my home, actually. And if you start adding them all up, like the 3 legendary Zards, I think they add up to probably over 100,000. So there you go. Now you're at 200,000 with the legendary Zards. I have equity in my home. I think my home has $140,000 of equity, so that's 340. So, you know, you start adding up a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But here's the deal. I got very lucky. These cards, I bought them and they went up in price. So it's all about luck, guys. You gotta have some luck. Luck plays a big role when it comes to the Pokemon card hobby. It's the Ace of Spades. You got to pull the Ace of Spades, I think. So you got to get a little lucky in the hobby. Pokeballer. I'm a Pokeballer. Yeah, I think that's fair enough to say. I don't think I'm a traditional millionaire. I don't have $1 million like a guy who inherited $1 million from his dad. I can't spend $1 million. I'm not getting dividends from $1 million. None of that. I'm a Pokeballer. I got a lot of Pokemon cards. That's it. I can make a lot of videos. Thanks for bringing that up, mister. I wanted to ask you exactly how do you get equity in your home just by fixing it up? Question mark. Well, let me check the queue, see if we got any fresh orders before I start answering that. So let's see, any orders coming in? Show me a Pikachu card. Yeah, I actually happen to have a Pikachu right here. Metal Pikachu from Celebrations. I'm not much of a Pikachu collector. I got another Pikachu I could show you. Give me a second. So that's one thing I can do is I can show off all day long. I'm not a big Pikachu collector, but I got a couple Pikachus. All right, you ready? Do you got Gold Star Pikachu? So that is one I didn't buy it because I'm not a Pikachu collector. But here are some other interesting Pikachus. Emerald Pikachu, that might be about 4,000. Sealdos Pikachu, this might be like 4,000 or 5,000. And this guy, we looked him up, he's like 7,000. So you might be looking at 15,000 additional dollars in my hands here. If I sold them, I'm not going to sell them. So I don't have a lot of cash. I just got a lot of Pokemon, that's it. All right, put this back over here. Okay. Very nice. Now you need a Bentley. No, dude, no Bentley. We got a new set on the menu, by the way, if you're joining in. Dragon Ball, Manga Booster, Volume 2 in English, $12 a pack. Give this a try, guys. This is a very cool set. All right, so that's my job. I got to tell you what I got. Do you still got those open-toe sandals, So Humble? Would you like to see them? So when I ran away from home, I ran away with basically the clothes on my back and my sandals, and I continued to wear those sandals until the day I graduated from college, which I paid for myself, and the car that I paid for myself, and yeah, it was extremely tough. So I wore the sandals to college, to the graduation ceremony. One thing I would do is I would tape them with duct tape over and over again to keep them going, so I wouldn't have to buy any more shoes. But those were the extreme measures I was taking to afford everything. You had to be extremely financially disciplined to pull all this off that I managed to do when I was younger. Ronalog says, how much this one, sir? Why Logan Paul Pikachu card so expensive? So he has a original Pikachu trophy card, one of the earliest trophy cards. It might have been the first trophy card from the Illustrator contest. The Illustrator contest was a contest where you had to draw Pokemon cards and submit them to Pokemon, and then they'd pick a winner. And if you were a winner, you received that card, the Pikachu trophy card. So, in my opinion, it's not a very good-looking card even, but everyone began to obsess over it, I guess. People just claimed, like, oh, it's the rarest and oldest and trophy card and this and that. Personally, I like first edition base set Charizard better, and I wish I had picked up a 9 when it was 30,000. You should slab those sandals. I would like to. I actually did visit a Bentley dealer once to look at the cars, and wearing high-end stuff at first, they thought I was a TikToker. The gold watch helped me out later. You dressed all nice to go to a Bentley factory or whatever, a Bentley dealer? That's funny as hell, dude. That's really funny. Logan's card is not a 10. I might agree with you on that. I think that it looked pretty stinky. I thought his card did not look like a very high-quality card. Let's grab a couple of these. All right, so one of the other things we do, I grade a lot of cards and then I offer them for sale. You guys might be interested in adding one of these cards to your collection because, like me, you might like putting all your money into cards and hoping that they go up in time. So here's a Lily's Clefairy, and it's $42. And this is from Battle Partners, huh? Let's see if it's gone up. Sir, give me one card. All right, I'm giving you one card. Let me grab it for you. Here you go. All right, this is going to say PSA 10, Lily's Clefairy. And it's going to say 115 on it. Let's take a quick look. So, yeah, that's right. I ran away from home and never returned. I ran away when I was 17. I was from a family of 11 children. We were not well taken care of. And it was a very, very, I would just call it a straight up bad childhood. So I had a tough childhood, came out of adversity, didn't know anything because I was homeschooled badly. And now here I am doing very well in life. I'm college educated. I have 2 degrees. One degree is business. The other one is computer science, software engineering, and 2 successful YouTube channels. One of them made me a lot of money for a while. It's kind of a dead channel now. This is the second one. We just broke 100,000 subs over here. And over those 7 years, sold like, I don't know, maybe like $7 million of cards. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the number is. Here's Mr. Krabs. We did a good job. We did a good job. It was cool. Of course, when he sends it back, they upgraded. That's right. Apparently, they have problems with TikTokers wanting to use the card just for a video. Oh, that's funny as hell, dude. For Bentley, huh? Bentley's so overpriced. Why would you buy a Bentley? Mr. Krabs Penny Pincher. So you were just going there to test it out. You weren't gonna buy one. Is that right? You should do. Oh, I already read that. Let me go ahead and get this lowest price. So we want a low price on this guy, $84. Our price is $80. Good enough. They thought I was at first, and I would never buy one. Just wanted to see it in person. Oh, you're just going to look. That's cool. That's cool, man. The problem I have with Bentleys is you're really just buying a brand, right? Like, I'm sure their engines aren't way better. I'm sure their safety ratings aren't way better. I'm sure their, their quality of the handling and I'm sure that the quality of the materials aren't way better. They might be slightly better, but not like $500,000 better. You know what I'm saying? So you're really just buying a brand is what you're doing. And I think people are moving beyond that to a certain degree. They're moving beyond brands. But it's for the affluent, for them to say, I have a Bentley. Yes, I can afford one of these. So I don't know. Is that affluence? I'm not sure what affluence is anymore. All right. To me, affluence is having the right Pokemon cards. That's affluence in 2025. Here you go, Magnazone. Look at that Magnazone. All right. We don't have a dealer where I live, so I went to look. Which you recommend, slab buying or raw card buying, then getting it graded? That's a fantastic question, Mr. Cabe. Is it Cabe or is it Kabebe? So, Cabe, it's complicated is the answer. So, if you could just buy a raw card for like a quarter of the price and have it magically turn into a 10, you should just buy the raw card. But here's a problem. What are your statistical odds that your raw cards turn into 10s? Well, if it's a quarter of the price, but only 1 out of 5 cards turns into a 10, you will actually waste money buying raw cards. However, if your odds are 1 out of 3, you will save money buying those raw cards. So it really comes down to your statistical chances of getting a 10 on that card. For some sets, the cards are harder to grade than others. Like, for example, in the XY era, it's very hard to pull a 10 out of a booster pack. So in that case, sometimes it's better to just go buy the PSA 10. But a lot of people are educated in catching on to the way that odds play a role in the price of the slab. So when you look at the price of the XY 10s, they're already really high, reflecting the difficulty in grading 10s. So the answer is quite difficult. What you're looking for is for the market to be incorrect about the odds of pulling a 10 and the price of the 10. So when you recognize that the odds are incorrect, now it's time to potentially make a play on that set. You can also see a problem where the price of the 10 is too high, and you know that the raw cards grade 10 very easily, and then you go, okay, now it's time to buy some singles because we know that the odds are in my favor to buy singles. So, and then the price is wrong on the PSA 10. It should be cheaper, or the singles should be more expensive, one or the other. So you're looking for those mistakes in the market that do occur from people who have less information or less experience with card grading. Good night. It's 12 p.m. here. Have a nice night, Mr. Ronolog. It's just the interior of a Bentley that's above everyone else. To be honest, it's the same thing. XP's cards or Lux brands. If it's money, there's attraction and flex. Cards just have the ability to go up in value. Not all luxury items do that. Well, I think cards have a lot of desirability because of the beauty of the cards, because of the nostalgia, because of the fun of the video games and the memes. Like, look, Mr. Krabs. So there's a lot going on there. It's about art. It's about culture. It's about nostalgia. Whereas luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, it's just a way for you to prove that you have the money to buy Louis Vuitton. And I think it's a critical failure for people who aren't truly wealthy to go buy Louis Vuitton. Just go buy yourself a regular belt and a regular purse and get back to work. So one day you could be wealthy, and don't flaunt it anyways. Go buy yourself a nice Pokemon card and maybe it goes up in price. So here's our HoloLive production, Midsummer Sun. This is the little shark girl, isn't it? So we're going to leave her on the table, I think. She's going to stay on the table here. Right now, we're rotating slabs. We have nobody in the queue. If you want to open some packs or if you want to join a break, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. We got some great stuff going on here, guys. It's a wonderfully cold month in January. We're heading toward tax return season. And there's always something to work on or talk about. And I'm happy to talk about anything with you guys. Or, you know, if you want any entertainment or anything at all, you just say so. Let's see. We got Mr. 3 Galdino. One of the things we do a lot on this channel, we talk about the real world and what's going on in it because we like to be well informed. And that is because the smarter and more clever you are, the higher odds you are going to understand, you know, okay, money's moving this way, money's moving that way. What should I do with my cards next? In other words, cards can almost just be seen like another asset in your pocket. And people who are really good with money tend to know what's going on in the world and what's happening next. Here's Mr. 3 Galdino. Here he is. Says he's a $100 card. Is that right? Well, oh, we have the Japanese version. Okay, we have the Japanese version. Very good. Thanks for the feedback and sharing your thoughts. No problem, man. Thanks for hanging out with us and asking questions. Here we are. If you're enjoying the stream, smash the subscribe button. You'll know when we go live, and you can come back and ask any questions you want. And I'm always happy to share my opinions. Let's see. What do we have here? We've got... Mister's not shy about giving you his opinion when asked. That's right. I'm perhaps to a fault. Oh, this is a pristine coughing. Okay, pristine coughing. Let's see. So this is from the Old Maid Deck 2, and this has a pristine 10 on it from Tag. So that's a really hard grade to get from Tag. And my rule with the pristine cards is we do ×4 their current regular price. I think that's a very fair estimate too, by the way, because you can send in 4 gem mints and they're not going to hand out a pristine on the 5th one. So honestly, the odds of pulling a pristine are so difficult, it's probably underpriced. Coughing Old Maid. Let's see what you guys are saying. They have problems with people going there to protest rich people. What you saying? Let's see. Okay, so here is our lovely, lovely coughing. He is a $50 card. We're going to price him at $200. Let's make him $195. Oh, man, that marker's dead. Let me get a fresh marker, everybody. Happy Tuesday, guys. How's your Tuesday going? Talk to me. What's going on in your lives? All right. It's Tuesday, isn't it? That's right. So here is Coughing Pristine. Ooh, nice sharp marker. Should I point to this? Pristine. What was the new Dragon Ball you had? Here it is, Dragon Ball Manga 2. So Dragon Ball Manga 1 is almost done selling through. It's actually been very popular. I'd love to see what you can pull out of SBO2 and make some great clips with you guys. Actually, we probably ought to take a second and talk about all the hot booster packs on the menu right now. Don't you guys think we should probably do that? We do that from time to time. So we got Dragon Ball Manga just arrived. I think that's hot. We have this OP13 at only $32 a pack. I mean, it could definitely go higher or lower. We don't know. Maybe it gets reprinted. We'll find out. We'll find out what happens on the reprint. For Pokemon, it's actually these starter decks. So we're selling our starter decks at $50. because they're untampered with, they're unweighed, they're from a sealed case, they're perfectly authentic. Here it is. That's our price. So we got $12.32.50. Some other interesting things. What else is interesting right now? Well, we have solo leveling. That one hasn't done incredibly well. I guess I'd have to say probably the One Piece EB3. So EB3 is a big deal because we have over 2 cases left. Plenty of room to find a manga, in other words. And this has been really hot. The PRB2s, we are. So these two have been selling pretty fast. One Piece has been in the news a lot because of Logan Paul buying some One Piece. And so people who are big fans of the franchise are going after those mangas. We are. So EB3, I can't remember the prices on these. Let me look this up real fast. All right, EB3 shall be $4. And PRB2 shall be 6.5. There it goes. Holy 32, what happened? I have 25 packs in my sealed collection of OP13. Yeah, you might have made some money on those in a very short period of time. It's kind of like a dream come true if you think about it, right? We are. So there's some interesting One Piece options on the channel. All right. That set has been blowing up. I think it is time to trade out the pack split. Not even one purchase into the current pack split. This tells me we want to try something else out that people might be more interested in. The question is, do I go with a cheaper pack or do I go with the more expensive pack? I don't know. What kind of clientele are we attracting to ourselves? Let me go ahead and grab this like that. Okay, we'll put that there. Mister can't find the mangas in the online shop. The mangas, well, you can't buy the mangas in the online shop. They're not for sale there. Oh, you're talking about Dragon Ball. See, because the best pull in One Piece is called a manga. All right, so this guy, you're correct. He's not on the website yet. There is a way to buy him, though, okay? You got to head over to the option. It's called custom payment. Okay, so in the shop, look for custom payment. This item's not on the menu yet. So all you got to do, send in 12 times however many you want to buy. Could be like 12 times 10. That would be 120. However many you want to buy, send that amount on custom payment and just say Manga Booster 2. You can do that for any product. It doesn't matter. But it's the case that this just arrived, so we simply haven't added it to the website yet. You're right. It's that early. Sorry about that. I paid $6 per pack. For the OP13s, damn, bro. That's pretty good. Yeah, they were, on our menu, they were like $12 a pack when they started, I think. I think they were like 12. I can't remember. All right, so here's our lovely gym pack. Isn't that nice? That's a big deal. Should I open this gym pack? I mean, you guys aren't opening anything today. Maybe I should open something. Today is a Tuesday, and it's been stereotypically slow. Tuesdays are one of our slower days. But today's been especially slow. Maybe I open that pack. What do you think? I don't mind. I'd love to pull a Misty's Tears and have it grade PSA 10. Here's Gym 2. So we got Gym 2, we got Gym 1. I'm going to take these packs away. Put them in my vintage box. There we go. Slow day, guys. It's a slow day. We're in between sets, it feels like. That's the feeling. We don't have enough new sets on the table. Just the one Dragon Ball manga. And Dragon Ball is not the fastest selling set these days. Look at that. But it does sell, actually. There are Dragon Ball fans out there. And the manga series seems to be doing well. All right. Put this back over here. And I'd like to grab a, well, what do we got? I'd like to grab a Rocket pack. Team Rocket is one of those sets that kind of sells itself. So if the vintage set is ever slow, we head toward Team Wacket. Okay, good chance to change the price on these and get them updated. First edition Rocket booster box now costs $40,000. $40,000. Shocking. Really shocking. It's such an impressive price. $40,000. It's unbelievable. All right, so we're looking. Give me a moment here. I just watched a video of you showing off your collection from 5 years ago. It was weak as hell compared to your current collection. Yeah, I mean, a lot happens in 5 years. Fair enough. Let's see. I'm loving this music. What is this music? This is called Tunic. It's called Tunic. Oh, no, maybe that's the soundtrack. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna make that play again. Okay, so hold on. So back over here. We are picking a price on this wonderful rocket pack. You guys like rocket packs, don't you? There's a German rocket pack. What do you think? German rocket pack. That'd be fun to open. German Pokemon. I don't know if anyone would buy it, but we got Miss Alexandra. I used to take German in college. I thought that's a fun language. You are. Let's see. Just for fun, you know. Little culture. Ooh. How about this? What's this looking like? Ooh. Give me a second here. Oh. Let me get back out of here. All right. Let me close this. So it's very tricky getting a price on these days. It's a very different thing now. I'm still looking, okay? What is the current hot booster pack Japanese being bought out now? I'm thinking the one where you can pull the Bubble Mew or the Moonbryon. Oh, for Pokemon, Prismatic is still really desirable. Prismatic. Prismatic is still a great set, guys. Here we go. Let's take a look at this real fast. Yeah, we're not going to do that. How about, what about this one? All right, here we go. I think I found one, guys. So I like to do this. I like to acquire 2 packs when I sell 1 pack. Because ultimately, I just raise the amount I have. I never lower it. How about this German pack? That's so weird. A German pack, huh? Nah. Not that one. That one looks dirty anyways. I don't like it when they look... I don't like it when a pack looks like it could have been messed up or something, you know? All right, this one looks nice as well. So we're going to acquire 2 fresh packs of Team Rocket, and then we're going to open 1 pack together, okay? A German pack? Yeah, German Rocket pack. Would you like that? That'd be fun. I would actually join a break like that, but I'm not allowed to. But that sounds fun, doesn't it? Sounds fun. All right. Wow. Rocket packs are in a very reasonable price range, it feels like, compared to other sets. Okay, I'm going to scoop this up, too. Let's scoop this one up. Oh, man, this music sounds great, man. I love it when we got great sounding music. It's 12:40. We've been live for an hour and 30 minutes. Thanks for joining us, guys. It's Tuesday. Tuesday is traditionally quite slow of a stream. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because it's so far away from payday. Oops. Oh, wow. That's still pricey to open, though. Crazy. Okay, let's try this. So it looks like per spot, we're going to be doing $44. I guess what's cool about the rocket packs is there's so much opportunity in the rocket packs. You have a chance for the commons and the uncommons to pull Charmander, Dark Charmeleon, Dark Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon, Dark Dragonair solid, Squirtle solid from the commons. So there's so many good cards in the set. But even if the pack, let's say, is light, which hopefully it's not, hopefully it's heavy. Even if this was a light pack, you can pull non-holographic Dark Charizard. So the light packs in this set are so valuable. That's why it's so nice to open. So Team Rocket, anytime I host a Team Rocket, this set does tend to move. There we go. But there's a lot of options on the table right now. The new pack split, Team Rockets, looks like it was 47, 10, and 10. This one will actually be 44. It's a little bit cheaper than the previous Gym Heroes. Maybe people were a little bit tired of trying Gym Heroes. Best way for me to add equity into my home, says Dennis Montieri. Add? You mean like other than just paying the house down? Is that what you mean? Like make your house go up in value? That feels like a question for a home flipper, home investor. Probably going to be something like the kitchen. You know, make sure the kitchen and the bathrooms are set up nicely. Paint the outside of the home, fresh windows. I don't know. But, you know, if you're just talking about making sure your house has lots of equity in it, that's just a matter of you paying down the mortgage quickly. Yeah, you just pay down the mortgage. Here's Pikachu. And how do you do? And here are the booster packs we were showing off because this is what's new. This is what's currently available for sale. From Pokemon, it is Phantasmal, isn't it? So Phantasmal and Prismatic and Destined Rivals. So Pokemon's got a couple cool options right now. But we are waiting on the next English set, Ascended Heroes, Ascended Testicles. What mean 11-11? Why not 1-11? Because when you buy into it, you get one card, and it's pulled at random, and you hope to be the guy who pulls Dark Charmeleon, or you hope to be the guy who pulls Dark Charizard. But this is not the same as a break. We actually call it a pack split. So it's a distinct kind of break that I'm hosting called a pack split, where everyone gets one card from the pack. Very popular. I truly have been hosting those for about a full 6 years. We came up with that idea a very long time ago, and we have gone through countless numbers of vintage packs that way. All right, so under Pokemon, let's get this Phantasmal Flames priced. Here it is. Here's Destined Rivals. All right, 11. And here's the Prismatic. We're holding out at 15 on Prismatic. That's what I thought. Just wanted to be 100%. All right. Take a look at those beautiful packs. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous. There they are. Look at all that. Oh, yeah. All right. Couple different options, guys. Oh, I kept this on the table. I should have put it away with the other ones. Oops. Very nice. The starter decks have been cool. We've seen a couple unique ARs. I wish we'd see more ARs. It's pricey to buy a starter deck for $50, you know, because it's like, it's going to pound your wallet if you miss. So I find that the starter decks are pretty tough, actually. Mr. Check your custom order. Hey, all right, sounds good, Mr. Jonas. Give me a minute. Let me set this down over here. Checking my custom orders. You ready, guys? Let's see. I think we're having a Mr. Jonas order. Thank you, Mr. Jonas. Let's see. It might still be on the way over. Currently, it doesn't say anything, so we might still be waiting for it to arrive. All right, and that gives us a little bit of time to rotate these real fast. So here's King Ganondorf. He's the king. Here's a Gym Break. It's a Beedrill, 25, 1 and 2. And here's Boo for $65. Very neat. Would you buy vintage booster boxes? Dude, they scare me now, to be honest with you, to be completely honest. They are freaking scary. Oops, looks like we're running low on battery on the iPad. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Notice the iPad runs out of battery super fast now. I wonder if there's a way to send that into Apple and have the battery updated, because I don't need a new iPad. All right, Mr. JM. It doesn't look like it arrived, Mr. JM. Maybe give it another look, okay? Make sure you smash that pay button. All right, I'm going to have a sip here. Now I'd like to take a moment and show off the beautiful pulls in the Poke Shuffle and the live custom, since we're having a bit of a slow stream. That gives me extra time to show off what we got. So the Poke Shuffles, these are $5 chains for a slab, and if you don't like what you get, you can re-roll it for 90% of its pull value. Okay, you ready? Here's what's inside the box. Bulbasaur, Classic Collection Hypno, Point Down Pikachu, Dedenne, Base Set Clefairy, Duskull, Gyarados. These are the cards in the Poke Shuffle. Charmander, Meowth, a lot of those. Here's the Retro Mario. That's really cool. That's a pristine 10 on that. Here's a Pokemon Go promo, Dragonite. Here's a pristine Princess Peach. Okay. Here we have Umbreon 8 for only $15. Here's Elven Rope for $9. Here's Retro Bowser. Here's Haxorus. Here's Misty's Magikarp. Here's a EV10, really nice. Alternative Art Iron Treads. Here's a Gengar 10 from 2021, which is pretty old now. We got some more pulls. We got Bulbasaur 10. Oops. Here's Mew EX. Here's Bulbasaur 9. Here's McDonald's Pikachu. Here's Holographic Gengar 10 from Lost Origin 2022. Here's a Radiant Steelix 10. Here's Mega Venusaur from the XY era. Here's Delibird Vintage. Here's Chansey 10. Here's this McDonald's card. The card comes with grading, and it cannot be re-rolled. Here's Japanese Decidueye. Here's Articuno 10, which is really nice. Ooh, this is nice. Here's a Hitmonlee first edition holographic. Boy, how did that guy get in there? That's a good one. There we go. He must be pretty cheap. This card, which replaces what used to be a Cubone, but now it's a Jolteon. Palafin, he's still bopping around in there. Chespin. Vending Series Pidgeotto still bopping around. Here's Gardevoir EX10. Here's Classic Pikachu. So those are in the Poke Shuffles. Your $5 chance for any of those slabs. Poke Shuffles, if you buy 10, you get one for free. The box is pretty full. Looks like I could add something to that box. It's fun to actually go through those because it helps me understand, you know, how the box feels. All right, got my book box. I love it. Thanks, mister. Oh, I'm glad you like it, man. I'm going to send you and Quip some loaded teas. She might not be able to drink them because they are energy drinks. Oh, energy drinks. Very cool. How are you feeling about the no rarity Charizard now that it's worth more than the English first edition? Really? I was just looking at my no rarity Charizards. I have number 5 and number 3, and it was always very expensive. The no rarity Zard. Are you referring to the PSA 10? I bet you that the lower grades aren't more expensive. Let me look. You know, I helped this group obtain a couple of those no rarity Zards. Let me look it up. PSA no rarity Charizard. All right, so here is an 8 for 52,000. Ooh, that's cool, man. There's a no rarity Zard with Misohiro Arita's signature. That's neat. But let's see. Here is a 5 for 8,000. Damn, bro. 8,000 for a 5? There's 68 people watching it, too, like they want it. That's cool, man. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's really expensive for just a simple Charizard. I could not get better than a 5 back then, and then I kind of stopped pursuing him for a while. What's this? What's this? All right. All right, there we go. Let me jump over here and hit refresh. So I got an email to respond to. Give me a second here, guys. What time is it? 12:49. All right. Tippity type, tippity type. All right. Very nice. Emails, guys. Emails. All right. What does it look like? No rarity Charizard. I'm new to this. I would pull out my no rarity Charizard, but he is not around anymore. He used to be with me, but he has been sent to the PSA vault. Let's take a look at the pulls from the live custom boosty packs. You ready? Here goes. So we've got Bowser 10. So this is in the custom booster packs. They're called live custom booster packs. They're $25 a pack, and they give you a chance to pull any of these slabs. So what's cool about this box is the slabs in here tend to be a little more expensive. You can see a lot of cards in the $100 range, and even some cards that go up as high as $400. So here's Charmander. Here's a cool Arachnogenesis Spider-Man card. Here's a Gyarados. Here's a Rocket Zapdos. Here's Ho-Oh 10. Look at this. So this is one of the chase cards. Here's Mewtwo Level X. Super cool. Graded 10 by tag. Square Cut Fearow. Very nice. Okay. Here's Meganium Stamp. We've got Rocket Nidoking 10. We've got Charizard Poker. Ooh. So there's another chase card. The Poker Charizard. Lucario 10, which also comes with this Riolu 10. So this is from the Diamond Pearl collection in Japanese. Here's Shining Magikarp 10. Now again, if you ever pull one of these out of the box and you don't like it, you can always re-roll. Here's the Pristine Moltres. I really like that. Pristine Eevee. I like that one too. Here's a regular Eevee for 100. And here's Flareon. Wow. I wonder if this is underpriced now. Here's Arbok. Look at that beautiful Arbok. Here's Victini 10 Kadabra. How much for that Magikarp? So these cards can't be purchased outright. They can only be pulled out of this box. Here's Gengar. Here's Blaine's Charizard. Yeah, he's in the live customs. Very cool stuff. We've got Pikachu 10, McDonald's Pikachu, and Snorlax. We also have Arceus 8, Gengar 10, Cardos Mario, and Nintendo Retro Pristine Bowser. Okay, the Pristine version being a little more expensive. All right, very nice. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's see. Don't see how you mix up a promo and a regular card with different certs and grades. Mister, it was on hold, the order, but now it went through. No problem, man. Let's go ahead and double check that. All right. The live customs got some nice stuff in there. You know, you get a little more range with the live customs because, since it's it's $25 buy-in, it goes all the way up to $400. So much easier to squeeze big pulls in there. Whereas with the Poke Shuffles, putting a $100 card in takes like 20 spots. It's pretty expensive. All right, Jonas says he'll try 4 of the new manga boosters. Sweet. All right, that's right. You're one of the guys who really liked the Dragon Ball cards. So now we got some fresh Dragon Ball cards for you. Look at that. So here they are. You ready? All right. Snip this, and we'll snip this as well. Okay. Boop. All right, what we got? Son Gohan Youth, Android 20. So these are your commons, right? Piccolo, common, 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 common. Here we go. We've got Kami Rare, Kami, and King Cold. So those appear to be your hits. All right, let's see. How about this? Here's a little Son Goku, huh? So I don't know about all these cards. I guess these are bulk, huh? Frieza, he's cool. Krillin. Krillin's a rare, and Guru's a rare. All right. Boop. Boop. Here's Zarbon, Bulma, Gotenks, Symbol, Android, Bulma, You've got Go Tanks and Mercenary Tau. Now, that's an SR. Ah, so the rarity is kind of becoming more clear. So these packs have been handing out Rs, but this one's an SR. So he's a higher rarity. And I'm betting the top rarity is going to be SR Star and SR Double Star. That's very similar to what they do with, like, One Piece. How do you know which is rare for these? So this SR will be considered like a super rare or special rare. And he's still kind of like just a standard rare. So he's not that good. You're looking for star cards. So far you haven't pulled a star cards. Here's a little Vegeta. Ooh, that's cool. I like the coloring on that card. Okay, here's Trunks. And here we go. All right, so this is an actual pullback here, not just bulk cards. There you have it. So there's an SR Star. You got Son Goku. Ooh. Look at that. Son Goku. Beautiful. Okay. Let's leave this. Very good. Damn. Yeah, I know. It's cool, right? So look at that. So you walk away with a couple nice looking hollows. This set, since it makes every card hollow, there's going to be an unbelievable amount of those hollows. So many of those are not going to be valuable at all. But this one will be valuable. Here's an SR Star. Son Goku. Beautiful, man. Love it. All right, so I think you're actually in the JON box. Let's see. Let's see. Did we do that, or did we actually keep you over here? Oh, we did keep you over here. Okay, there we are. I found you. Can you take Dragon from the first pack? He's nostalgic for me. Yes, sir. Let me go find that. Dragon from the first pack. World King. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see him. Dragon? Is that his name, or does he look like something? Oh, I'm going to give you this card. That card has, like, some coloring to it. It's got to be this, right? All right, so we see every card is holographic. Oh, I'm going to give you all the colored cards for sure, too. I have a feeling like they might be, I don't know. I actually don't know how to feel about the holographic bulk cards. There's just a lot of them. There's a ton of holographic bulk cards. There you go. White, no, Shirley. Shiro? Is it a card called Shiro? Give me a second. Looking for Shiro. Give me a minute. We got all the time in the world for you, okay? No long line today, is there? I didn't see a Shiro in here. Did I already grab it? Now I got to wait 3 more days for my refund, all because people on eBay can't read. Oops. Did they buy something from you? How do you feel about buying Star Wars Unlimited now that nobody wants it? It's low-key dead, but could rise in value because it's Star Wars. Nah, I wouldn't bother. Yeah, we sold a box of that, and it sold so slowly that I was instantly not interested in any further orders of that set. Here's Heracross. Here's the Dene. Lovely. All right. Let me refresh on this. Thank you so much, Jonas. Star Wars Rising again. Lol. If you would like any more, you still got a little bit more time left to order, but we are at the 2-hour mark, so we could wrap up here if we'd like. I bought another Venom promo from 1991 in Pell, and he sent me the regular card, different insert, and grade. Ah, that's so annoying. Sorry to hear that, man. Let's see. All right. Very nice. All right, guys. Well, it has, in fact, been kind of a slow Tuesday, and it feels like we're coming. Thank you, brother. Yes, one more order. Sounds good. All right, one more order. Yeah, sounds good to me. Why don't I price up a couple more slabs, too? Slow Tuesdays, guys. They're a thing. Let's see. We got to find something to do on Tuesdays to have more fun. Here's Mega Gallade. Ooh, that's going off to eBay. Okay, good. There's actually a lot of stuff I could be working on other than this stream, so I'm tempted to put more time toward that. Here's Meltan. I have a feeling this is not going to sell. Not because of the issue with the pristine costing more, but because it's Meltan. Freaking Meltan, bro. I'm going to leave that at 120. That would mean that it was priced at $30 times 4. And then here we have a Mimikyu 10. That's wonderful. That's English Paldean Fates. Let's take a quick look into that. PSA 10, Paldean Fates, Mimikyu. All right, you ready? Happy belated MLK Day. Oh, yeah? Here's, Mimikyu going for $90. So Mimikyu getting a little bit cheaper. Let me grab this. Nice. We were having our little debate about MLK. We were learning some fun facts. Fun facts about MLK. Oh, wow. This guy has to have 2 dots because he's been repriced. There you go. Mike Side, the editor. What's hood? Okay, let's see. All right. You should have done the dream stream today. When people point out it was Monday, say you were off since it was a holiday. That's right. I have a dream that I had lots of Pokemon cards. Beautiful Ganondorf. Isn't that nice? It's crazy that that card can be so cheap, but it's one of those cards that nobody really knows about. There. Did you buy or sell anything with the Z and G? Did you see they did 50 million USD for the year, and that was that with the month off? I'm staying away from Z and G. I'm not a fan of that business, and I think that people would be better off selling their own cards on eBay, as well as sending their cards to the vault and letting PSA sell your cards for you. All right, let's see. So Mr. Jesus Aguilera. All right. That is a guy who's sucking money out of the hobby, but he himself does not collect. So I think that that's not very cool. 5 manga boosters for Mr. Jesus. What's up, man? 5 of these. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop, 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 boop. All right. All right. Snipping time. Snip number 1. Snip number 2. And snip number 3. Very nice. You should get a case of Fearsome Rivals from the Dragon Ball guys. Chance at 2 God Rares. What? Fearsome Rivals for Dragon Ball. Ooh, here's Frieza for the Dragon Ball guys. Look at that. Very nice. Maybe. I don't know. We had a tough time in the past with Dragon Ball cards, and we're just now dabbling a little bit more into them. Android, oh, is that a rare? Android 17. We're dabbling a little bit more into them now with these manga series, and so far it's going okay. I would hate to be stuck with another Dragon Ball set that won't sell. Oops, my bad. Pick that back up. Here's... So I don't know how to feel about these colored cards. Do you think they're worth more when they're colored? Mecha Frieza, Son Goku, SR. Ooh, hey, what's up, Blue Oak? How's it going, man? Mr. Blue Oak. Here's Bulma. Ooh, Bulma. All right. Lovely Bulma. Okay, let's see. We got Piccolo. Okay. Android 16, King Piccolo, and King Piccolo. Look into it for sure. But it's got Broly. Dragon Ball fans love Broly. All right. There we are. Look at that. Okay. Lovely. Here's... Savior of the World. Go Tanks SR. Ooh. Broly has maximum power. There we go. Maybe I'll take your advice on that, Son Goku. I actually am not very good with Dragon Ball. Here's Demon Egg, World King, Piccolo, Vegeta, and Trunks Future. What Pokemon Japanese sets could have the gold cards in the new packs? Gold cards. Oh, a lot of them, really. There we go. A lot of these new Mega sets are coming out with interesting gold cards. But gold cards existed before. There we go. All right. Look at that. Any collecting goal for 2026? Yeah, I do have a goal, and that is to kind of get all of my cards out of my actual home. I don't want to be on top of my cards. They're getting too valuable, and it's scaring me. It's too much. It's too much to put all those cards in one place. So that's my number one goal. I've actually already done it. So the cards have already been pulled out of the house at this point. I've actually been working on it since December. There we go. Oh. Have you been buying coins secretly and not telling us? No, the opposite. I've been avoiding coins. There we go. The time to buy coins would have been at the beginning of last year. So now I'm kind of just watching people who already have them do very well. And then I've got my coins already that I already own. 2 Dragon Ball Manga Booster 1s. 1, 2. And 2 Japanese OP10s. You got it, man. So no longer collecting. I'm still collecting. I definitely feel like now's the time to start working on securing the collection in a more permanent, long-term way. Yeah, because, I've got all these safes and security in my home, and I think at some point, if I have too much cards in one place, it just doesn't matter. It's too valuable of a home. So I've taken big steps already to significantly reduce how many cards are in my home, and that's been going on for a while now. All right, let's see. Let me go grab some more prismatic. I'll be right back. Prismatic, baby. All right. Had to open a fresh box of prismatics. Haha. Boink. Lovely prismatics. So we are taking in some orders right near the end here, huh? Mister should have arrived my order. Even Pokecoins? Well, I never really bought a lot of Pokecoins. I do have some good Pokecoins, though. They're in my vault right now, in fact. I can show you. There we go. All right. Good. I just made an order. Nice. I'm going to take care of that order. So, here's these characters whose names I can't read. And Majin Buu. There you go. Pack number 1. Pack number 2. The old man. All right. Have you yourself bought any high-end tag slab vintage 10s? Well, I haven't really bought a lot of any high-end slabs recently, except for Legendary Collection 10 Psyduck, which is a PSA graded card, but it's such an exceptionally rare card. I don't think there would be a tag 10 version of it. But would I be open-minded to buying a tag 10 version of it? I definitely would be, especially if it was underpriced because other people are like overly scared. I tend to do well in an environment where other people are not willing to take a risk, but I am. I tend to find myself making good long-term risks and bets on those markets. All right, there we go. How much do you pay to use the vault? Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. So to use the PSA vault, it's free? I don't know. They have not charged me a single dollar, so I don't know. They started introducing it and asking me to put cards in there, and then I did, and there was no fee. However, when you go to sell your card, they list it for you on eBay, and I have a strong feeling the eBay fee goes to PSA, and that eBay collects a very small sliver of that. That's my suspicion. So I think PSA Vault doesn't charge anything until you sell the card, and then they make money. I think that's what's going on. Since the 30th birthday is coming, do you think selling CEL, OVP, and reinvest in the new 30th birthday stuff or holding the CEL stuff from 5 years ago is the smart way? You're looking for what is the best Pokemon card flip right now? Do I hold 25th anniversary or do I sell 25th anniversary? The truth is you should just be buying what you like and holding it. If you want to flip stuff, you have to look for stuff that you believe is undervalued or wrongly priced in the market and then buy that up and then quickly sell it. You are? Logan Paul declaring he's a One Piece collector. All One Piece cases now over 3K. Yeah, apparently the EB1s jumped in price and everything. So, you know, that market's spiking right now, and I would be very careful over there. Very similar to what I just said about coins. Here's Jesus Aguilera, 5 more of the Manga boosters. So these are really awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. See if you can get 30th stuff with everyone going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da! All right, 5 Manga boosters. Good luck in there. All right. I just put in an order, says Spark the Grizzly. You guys are so crazy. We actually were just kind of sitting here with no orders for 2 hours, and then right at the end of the stream, everyone's like, quick. All right, ready? These morning stream hours are very strange. So I'm going to look for the colored ones. Let's see. From the regular bulk. Oh, there we go. See, like, this is what you're going after with this beautiful stuff. Energy marker. Whoa. All right, and then here's just some commons. I don't really know how to judge the value on any of the commons, but they are just commons. So a ton of them were printed, right? Here's some of these. We got Dragon Radar, Zorbon. This is over by Go Tanks and Piccolo SR. I just went on lunch. Nice. How many of you guys are on lunch right now? Anybody in here on lunch? Okay. Here's Trunks. Here's Son Gohan, future. Here's Piccolo. Here's Son Gohan. I'm sorry, Son Goku. Boop. And Frieza. He's got a look on his face like he's cackling. There you go. There will be a star next to the commons they called common alt arts. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Here's Son Goku. And Son Goku. Wow. The guy who sold the illustrator to Logan is a Dubai guy hoarder. Nice. Yeah, is he the one that has the no rarity collection? That's cool, man. I wonder what he spent all that money on. Just looking through these. You see the power of the Ginyu Force and Ginyu. And Frieza SR Rare with golden accents to the card. All right. So this time, Mr. Jesus, I don't think anything too insane got pulled. The alt arts are always in the back, says Vicious. Oh, okay. So then I'm already doing it right. Just the card, the hit card will be in the back. It can be a common card. It'll be a common star. Now, that doesn't surprise me because that's how all of the Bandai Namco product works. All Bandai Namco stuff, even Union Arena works that same way. All right. Lovely. So this round, you pull this card right here called Energy Marker. Cool. He has the big three all in PSA 10. Amazing Instagram, not going to lie. Man, he's a lucky guy. And I think he made the right move buying cards. All right. Finish the binder break. All right. Let's see. Mr. Jesus Aguilera. Let's see. Ooh. Grabbing this. The best I got so far is a PSA 9 on one of my base set cards. Oh. Very good, very good. Let me hit refresh over here. We have a Todd Peters order. Mr. Todd, he says, Mega Dream 2 packs. All right, where my Mega Dreams? Ready? Boop. The big hit of the set is Sun Gohan Childhood. It goes for $400 raw. Ooh, nice. I wonder what it goes for graded 10. $1,200 maybe? All right, so we've got this Jenny Sect and oh, how lucha. How nice. All right. Boop. Bye, bye, bye. Go, mister. Bye, bye, bye. Todd Peters with the T.O. Let's grab your bag over here, Mr. Todd. Ooh. Very nice. Did you see a guy in your Discord post the Creatures deck Chansey? Ever wanted that card yourself? I know what you're talking about. It was like a card handed out to employees. I'm not like super set on trying to acquire that one. It's an interesting card, but ultimately it's just kind of like a scribbled Chansey. So I'm not dying to have it in the end. Wow, look at all these orders all of a sudden. Here's Lamar Hughes. He says, we're having such a slow stream. Japanese, Fujibunko 2, and Dragon Ball Manga Booster 1. All right, here's Manga 1. Geez, what is this music? Metroid? Let's set this back over here. All right, so Fuji Volume. Oh, you ordered 4 of the SB ones. Sorry about that. So 4 of these. Bloop. And then it was what? Fuji Volume 2. Not to be confused with Fuji Volume 1, which is a lot more expensive. All right. That's because Fuji Volume 1 has the sexier cards in it. Did you know that? Yeah. Wish I could have met the first Misty and got her autograph. I only have the second actress's auto. Yeah, she passed away, didn't she? The Misty actress, right? It's really sad. That's how old Pokemon's getting. Snipping this. Thank you so much, Mr. Lamar. Appreciate the order, man. Okay. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's these ladies. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Here's a holo. And here's a holographic. Oh. Boop. I'm back, says Mr. Levi. What's up, Levi? How's it going? Mr. Levi. There we go. All right. Ooh, you've got this guy, whose name I don't know. So funny when it's in Japanese, you can't read it. Here's a colored card. I like the cards when they're colored. That's Meijin Bu or something, right? See, I don't know. Here's... We're looking for Awakening cards, too. Okay. Crane Style Girl. Don't you have a signed card of the late Meowth actor? Yeah, I have 2 signed cards from the late Meowth actor. And I believe those are sitting in PSA Vault as well now. Yeah, I actually have shipped a ton of my cards off to PSA. I'm trying to get them actually all out. That's my goal. I did remember Old Hay. Yes, I met Michelle Knotts. There it is, Mr. Lamar with an L. All right, let's see. Mr. Lamar. Is this a new bag? Do we need to start a new bag for you, Mr. Lamar? Let me start a new bag for you, okay? I met Colin Baker around 1996. He was the 6th Doctor Who from the original series. Oh, cool, man. All right. Karis and I went to the Collecticon in Kansas City for 2025, and we met the Darth Maul actor. How neat is that? He was out there signing stuff. Here's Lamar Hughes. It's cool, man. I should have a bag. Ah, okay. Let's go looking for that bag. Lucas, Lou. You know, one of the problems with the L boxes is they're so far away. Lucas Lunch. What's this box? Jeez, dude, there's too much stuff. Let's see. Let's put these here. Oh, there's the empty packet. I met Sonny Strait, voice of Krillin, so many times over the years, I actually convinced him to ditch the empty Dragon Ball to hang out at the new Full Metal Alchemist TCG booth. Okay, let me grab this whole box then. All right, Luis Oyervias, Larry, Lady, Cuddly Cactus. Did you have the bag under a different name? What was the name of the bag? Was it also under Lamar Hughes? Oh, this is an empty bag. That's an empty bag. Why are there all these empty bags over here? Let's grab this whole box. Lewis, Lucas, Lou, Lawrence, Lucas, Laymore, Ethan, Ernest, Eric Beltran. Okay, we'll put this here. I guess I'll move this whole box over. And let's grab this next. We have Lindsay Poland, Lewis, Lake of Rage, Luke, Luis Rodriguez, Larson. Will you be breaking the Lego sets? Yes, sir. So I pre-ordered some Lego sets, guys, for fun. And we'll be hosting a break on those Lego sets. All right, let's see. How about in here? We've got Leon, Leo Flores, Leonardo, Lucasta, Louis Sutton has a very old bag in here. So you're not in any of the L boxes. Lamar Hughes. How old of a bag is it? It's not a very old bag, right? There you are. Oh my God, dude. You were in the E box. I put you in the E box with the guys who have E in the name. Oh my God. All that because I put a bag in the E box instead of the L box like a goofball. All right. That does happen. The funny thing is I went through all 4 of the L boxes, which were kind of buried, before checking the E box. I should just check the E box first because the E box is closer to me. All right. I'm so goofy. The meltdowns recently of even mentioning Team 4-Star are hilarious. Team 4-Star. What? Do you have any Hello Kitty cards for my Tia? I got some Hello Kitty cards. I don't know where they're all at anymore. Actually, I think I sent a lot of them off to eBay. I think I sent a lot of them off to the vault, and they're all listed on eBay now. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lamar. Really appreciate it, man. Here's Alexandra with a big order. Wow. She says Gem Pack Volume 2 times 15. Okay. So that'll be these guys right here. What about the packs? I believe I have those on the menu as well. We have two different types of Hello Kitty packs. We have Metazu Kuromi packs, and then we have Weiss Schwarz Hello Kitty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 out of 15. Let's go find our stuff over here. Oops. Would you rather have your collection or Logan Paul's collection? Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know. That is a great question. Here we are. All right. We're tossing this away. Pulling all these out. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. 15 of these beautiful Sylveons. Good. Pop this back in here. Was 15 a whole box of them? Wait a second. Was 15 a whole sealed box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is it? Ah, it is. Okay, so there's your sealed box. My bad about that. We'll put these back. You'll have those from the sealed box. My bad. I didn't make that connection because I forget the Chinese packs are kind of goofy. They have like odd counts, like 15 at a time. All right. There we go. So this is for you, Miss Alexandra. One whole box of Gem 2. Those are all from a fresh box. Let's see what you get. You ready? Snipping that. Snipping these. All right. Mr. Update your current breaks on Discord. Yeah, you know, usually Tammy did that. Tammy was the one who was doing those break channels, and I think Tammy and I have a little bit of a different schedule now, and so I don't think she's always kept up with the breaks. So that channel might be a little out of date. I'll let her update that if she wants to. I didn't normally do a breaks channel in Discord. There we go. All right, very nice. All right, so we're just getting that all the way open. There we go. All right, what we got for you? Here's a little SB on. Lovely. Here's a little stamp Leafy Balloon. How fun to set that I won the chase card from. How fun to set. Here's Glaceon. Here's Flareon. So every pack is the same. They all have... Oh, look at that. I didn't get a chance to explain how the packs work because you just went ahead and pulled yourself a chase card. Look at that. That is Chinese exclusive Eevee. Very nice. Congratulations, Miss Alexandra. All right. Very good. Okay. Here's a Glaceon. There's Espeon. All right. Here's Sylveon. Look at that Sylveon. Here's Jolteon. Here's Jolteon. Look at that Jolteon. Here's Leafy Blown. Vaporeon. Flareon. Sylveon. And Eevee. How nice is that? All right, lovely. So you think everything he has is fake? What? What are you talking about? You talking about Logan Paul? Logan probably sold his collection by now. He's after the One Piece now. Yeah, check it out. Ooh. Beautiful. All right, those are the stamps. This set comes with an awful lot of just holographic cards. Master Ball, standard hollow, kind of a sparkly hollow. So you just have a ton of this now, okay? If you ever want to trade some of that away for spots in the trade break, just let me know. I will create another bag for you at this point. Congratulations on the Eevee. That's a card worth grading. It's a great card. Has a high chance at a 10 because the Chinese cards do tend to grade 10 more often, but not always. All right. Here we are. So you got more than one bag now, Miss Alexandra? Ta-da! Is this Eevee in every box, or is it maybe a bounty spot? Oh, it's a bounty spot. Here you go. Good catch. So you got that. Very good. But who pulled the thing yesterday? Somebody pulled something yesterday. It was Nicholas Williams. He pulled a signature card yesterday from Union Arena. It was super cool. All right, Nicholas Williams going in the bounty. The bounty's getting closer to the end, everybody. Yeah, the bounty's getting closer. Okay, thank you so much. What a wonderful order. That was a lot of fun. All right. Mr. Jack Woodworth says he would like a Mega Dream Snipe. You got it, man. Mega Dream Snipe. Grabbing this. Snippet it. For the bounty spots, you should write what the hit we pulled was on the card. You know, if I had to do that each time, I think it would take a long time to write each of those cards up, and it would wear my markers out. You'd be surprised over the years how those markers add up from just a little extra step in your process. Thank you, Jack Woodworth. Appreciate it, man. All right. Very good. And I'm going to jump over here. Let's see. Hitting refresh. Hitting refresh. All right, I think we're done. I think we got all the orders in. Whew. For the bounty spots, you should write what we hit. Nothing crazy, just like CHS Eevee. I love Asian 10s, Sue Metal from Baby Metal, for example. All right, guys, I had a great time with you this Tuesday. It was a little slow, but it heated up right at the end. What a cool stream. I'll see you guys for the evening stream tonight, and we'll probably have a nice evening stream giveaway. I hope you guys will be there. I'll see you in a couple hours. See you later, everybody.